Holy shit, dude.
Coming live direct from Los Angeles, California. It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show.
Just sit back and enjoy the show. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Just sit back and enjoy the show.
I still can't hear you. I don't want to hear you. Oh, dude, yesterday I could not hear you at all on this side. That's neither here or there. Hello, it's the Dr. Greenthumb podcast. God damn it. Hold on, let me take these shits off. Thank you, sir. I was rocking it the other day, and I like it. Anyway, it's the Dr. Greenthumb podcast right here on YouTube and Twitch. Welcome to it.
Yes, sir.
As promised, one of my homies for over 20 and change, probably like closer to 27, 28 years.
Sheesh.
My broham, the Alchemist, is in the building. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Cameras,
you're in the corner over here. Yeah.
Shout out to all of y'all over there.
Yeah, you know, you're one of the names that always comes up when, you know, they ask us to like wave somebody or you know, they want to see them in here because they know the affiliation and all that stuff. And I say, hey, listen, in time, bro will be up in here.
Of course.
Now, we got C- over there, Mr. Goodlight.
My brother.
There he is. There he is.
The drivers of the ship, Ra Ra and Colton.
What up, what up?
We got my man Trace up in here,
What up, B? What up, gentlemen?
and he's twinning with E-Zone right now. Hello.
What up? Look at that.
Close to the twin. They just need the blue hats, but
Yeah, I know. They're
Classy
brothers.
dresser. Very
That's
classy dresser. That's all I have to say.
even
Thank you.
their shorts, man.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Even the cargos, bruh.
You guys text each other?
Red
sorta?
shoes too? Damn.
Yeah.
You know we were going to take jokes.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah,
You got
I
to
mean,
coordinate.
And this is my marketing team right here. Insane all day.
There it is.
coordinate right,
In
bro.
tune
That's
with
right.
each other.
Lavishly orchestrated ensembles.
Yes. Hey,
Well
listen,
put.
Al, I want to say congratulations to you because you've had a lot popping as of late. You know, obviously everything that you've been doing in the business from TV to music and fatherhood as
Yes.
of recently.
Yes.
I commend you, my bro,
Thank you.
because
Thank
you
bro.
always keep doing.
It means a lot coming from you. You know, I must say, just because,
Was that your first child?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Big congrats.
And
there,
I
for
mean,
sure.
Man.
I just think back because I was looking at some old pictures. I saw an old picture when you used to have the Green Explorer. I
Yeah.
found an old picture and I was just thinking, damn, if it wasn't for B, like, you guys wouldn't know me. Like, to be honest, like, I don't know what the path would have been, but I was thinking back, like, damn, you really gave us a shot early on. I hit him up like, a couple weeks ago and was just tripping, like, yo.
Yeah.
I think that's, I'm going to be honest with you,
he
that's
pressed
the
the button.
situation with a lot of us sitting here.
Yeah,
I mean, B, man,
Yes, I owe a lot to B, to whole Cypress Hill, to the
and we
Soul
all do.
Assassins
That's
family.
dope.
I'm
Yeah.
the Jerry West of the Solar System.
He saw it. He saw it early.
Very cool.
Hey, look, I was telling these dudes the other day, the day I took you to my neighborhood.
I tell that story often.
I was telling them the other day, bro. I had
You
this.
guys know about his history?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Do you know who he was? It's like
I
it's like
took-
a whole former life. Right?
It was crazy, man. Like I took him down there to see the real shit, so that he knows. You know what I mean? And he's around it, and he could absorb it, and he took it in really well. But I mean, everybody was tripping that I had this guy right here in the hood at like what 13, 14 years old.
14, and I want to say you know exactly, but I feel like it was 89th and Central.
89. Yeah, it was 89th and Wadsworth.
Wadsworth. Okay, I'm 14.
yeah, right?
Right? I've probably never been
Yeah.
on this side of LA ever. You know what I mean? So I'm with B, and he's like, yeah, I got to go see one of my homies just came home from jail. I'm gonna go check him out. And, you know, look at him. So I'll never forget, his name was Big Hub.
Big
I'll
Hub.
never forget this shit. So I'm just, yeah, let's go, you know. Just hopped in it. I think he had the Typhoon at
I had
the
the
time.
Typhoon at the
So
time.
we
Yeah.
rolled out, and the first thing I saw when we turned the corner onto the block, it was like, it was a cat, flat, dead in the middle of the street, flat, right? And there was kids playing around it. And one guy was screaming, yo, get the shovel, and get that cat out of the street. Because the kids, that was the first image I had.
Right.
And I was
Damn.
like, okay,
Yeah.
this is different.
Way
right?
different.
It's
Yeah.
different.
So we get out, and I'm just playing B real close. Because at this point, I'm like, all right, it's pretty crazy. This, where we're at.
Up
Yeah.
under his wing.
Yeah.
yeah.
He sees his homies chopping it up with him. They're talking. At some point, like a car comes down the block, turns the corner, and they just all go, duck! And I jumped behind a fucking tree, and I'm like this, looking at B-Real, like, yo, am I gonna be all right? And he was like, yeah. And then the car came, and they were like, oh, it's all good, it's all good. And it was just like, that was the type of scenery I had as a kid.
I was trying to expose it to him so that he knows, hey, listen, if you start hanging around with little assholes, this is what it is. Stick on I was trying to say, look, you're doing music, you're fucking with, stay with that. Don't hang out with motherfuckers around places like this.
You'll be
Yeah.
ducking all your life.
What a way
It
to
was a
say
lot
it.
he put me on. It was a lot of things I remember that B told me early. He also told me early on that getting stabbed is way more painful than getting shot. I remember you told me
Yeah,
that. It stuck with me as a
depending
kid.
on where it is.
He
Yeah.
said the stab is like,
True.
because it can turn in you, like a shot you may not feel.
Yeah.
I remember,
So these are the life lessons
These
you were
are-
teaching this 13-year-old?
don't get stabbed.
Hey, listen. I
Every
mean,
13-year-old needs to know this.
He was
Stab.
coming on and making his way up into the Soul Assassins, and a lot of us were fucking thugs to a degree.
A lot of us, or pretty much all of you.
Most of us,
Okay.
you know what I mean? And we were rolling hard. We were rolling like cowboys. We
Hell
had
yeah.
sidearms on the hip everywhere we went.
That's right.
And, we were just trying to let him know, hey, this is what this is. And, hey, look, he made his way in the lane that he was in and avoided all the fuck shit, because he was exposed to it early. I mean, this guy was around a lot of crazy shit early. And I think being exposed to it, okay, well, if I go this way,
Right.
it's going to be fucked up over here. I need to stay
Right.
right here and keep
Kind
pushing.
of
this
kept
way.
you in your lane.
For sure.
Yeah.
And just B's demeanor, being that he came from that world. When I met him, he was a musician. He was one of the best rappers, period. So being down with him was a big deal. But I always looked at him like, you came from that world. That's crazy. Because
Right.
he pretty much came from that and made something good out of it. And he had, been through violence, been through a lot of stuff.
I mean, I tell people all the
Yeah.
time, that's not an act when you see B-Real. That's not an act.
Nah.
You know what I mean? That's
Well,
that's the real deal right there.
hence the term studio gangsters that got made up for some. That, they talk about the lifestyle and shit like that, but they ain't never really lived it. They might have grown up around it, but being involved like 100%, like, I mean, it's different. Some of us, we definitely did that for real, and others experienced it from the porch.
yeah.
And they tell those stories as if they were the ones living that shit, and hence studio gangsters. But realistically, man, I never wore it as a badge of honor. I just realized, listen, I come from this. I don't want to be glorifying this shit or directing no kid to that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less trying to guide them by saying there's another path. You don't have to fuck with this. There's other shit you can do. And if you already have that, don't fall into this by hanging with the wrong motherfuckers who are like, oh, you got to get your street cred down. You got to fucking get down with these motherfuckers so you can get respect, man.
Right.
Psh, you don't need that walk. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing music, you don't need that shit. If you come from that, that's one thing. But,
Right.
Some motherfuckers go to it because they feel they need it. I need the validation, so I need to go hang out with dudes like this. So that
Or they don't got
motherfuckers
a
will-
family.
Yeah.
well, that too. But some in this shit is about validation. Like, I
Yeah.
need that street cred, so I need to go hang with these motherfuckers over here so people take me serious and there's an air of respect. And then you
Yeah.
get caught up in that bullshit, and it ain't even about the music anymore.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
fortunately, this guy right here, he was
Figured it
a
out.
badass rapper at the time and then became the crate digging producer we know.
Yeah.
And I just always marvel in that shit because, you were a true student of the game, and I always respected that.
There were those real formative years I had when it was like I was in high school, and Muggs had the crib up on Nichols Canyon. You guys were doing Cypress 3 album.
Yeah, Temple of Boom.
And you were living out in Venice. And, B had a little garage with the ASR 10 hooked up in the back of the garage. This was
remember that.
This was right after the Hooligans didn't pan out. I'm in high school. I'm still hanging with B, sleeping on his couch. He sets up the studio in the back of his garage. And then at first it was just me and B just going through records, just messing around in his garage. And then Muggs started coming through and was like, oh, Al, he's into beats. And it was like, that's kind of the beginning of Muggs noticing my eagerness to learn.
Right.
And so he started taking me under his wing. And then I went from being at B's crib all the time to Muggs saying, yo, come stay up at the crib in Nichols Canyon this weekend. And, yo, here's $1,000 for the week. And, yo, we're going to eat Benihana's tonight. And, that shit was like, had me in high school. I thought I was the man because I'm working on this album, Cypress 3, Temples of Boom. And when I was doing those beats with Muggs, of course, Muggs ran the show always.
See, that's what I was going to ask you. What was
if you know Muggs,
exactly? We know
Muggs
the reputation.
runs the show,
right?
But I was lucky enough from him seeing me being around B and being eager. He was like, let him come through, and I started I would go through samples, and I knew the ASR 10 real good, and Muggs was just starting to get into that. He was SP 1200 master.
Yeah, you and Jay Turner,
Jay,
rest
of
in
course.
peace, were on the ASR
Yes.
like crazy.
Jay as well.
Yeah.
And Muggs, at that time, he would take 4 SP 1200 machines. He had 4 of them. Because the discs didn't save a lot of space.
Yeah.
10
Sometimes he
seconds.
would have one beat with 4 machines, 4 discs.
Damn.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
beat.
he'd line them
Yeah.
the
Yeah, he
fuck
was,
up. Yeah.
Muggs was insane. And so when I came in, I started doing a lot of music with the ASR, and he would never let me do drums. He was like, nah, I got
Yeah, because
this.
he thought the ASR drums were too thin.
Which is true, and
Yeah.
there are some people like Timberland, Jake One, Knots, RZA. Some people figured out how to make the drums knock,
Yeah.
but it's for the most part the SP12 is like a drum machine. It's made for
100.
drums.
100.
Yeah, so that was our first collaborating, and of course Muggs always ran the show, but it was a lot of stuff I was doing at the time that I was co-producing with him.
And that must have been quite an education hanging out with Muggs too, right?
Of course.
Because like I say, we all know the reputation. I mean, he's
Yes.
he's a bull.
I
you know what I
was
mean?
intimidated at first, and then when the album was done, all the homies were talking about the ones from the crew, not just the ones that rap.
Because Muggs, I mean, he'll drag you in the back alley and you guys will get in a fist fight. You know what I mean? All day.
You don't want to fight with him.
Yeah, you don't want to fight with him.
10 thumbs.
Yeah, no.
Meathead.
Hey, I'll say this: when we did the Soul Assassin tour, and you guys were on it, because what people don't get to see in Alchemist is, they probably see it more now because in the last 5, 6, 7 years, maybe you started getting back on the mic.
Yeah.
But when him and Scotty were doing the Hooligans, man, these motherfuckers would jump out in the crowd and it was 100% energy.
Yeah, we had fun.
It was amazing. It was cool to see you guys doing that shit because you could see that you guys were having fun and the fucking houses were packed.
Yeah.
That was the cool thing is on that particular tour, you know how most tours are, right? Motherfuckers opening.
It's rough.
It's very light.
Right.
Right? It's rough. There's no one in the building yet. People
Yeah.
are still coming in. But fortunately, with that Soul Assassin tour, motherfuckers would show up early and pack the building
Crazy.
before the openers went on because they did not want to miss nothing. So these guys went on in front of packed houses and killed it.
You guys did Europe too as well, right?
Later on, after that.
How was that when you guys, I mean, for you, for the first time in Europe, did that just blow your mind too, going over to Europe? And
Insane.
Insane,
Blew
right?
Blew my mind how big the world is.
B was the first guy that ever took me out on tour to Europe, and I mean,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
word, insane. I mean,
Just, man.
next level. I mean,
90. We're talking that when we went out the Soul Assassin tour. This was '93, and the only other thing bigger than Soul Assassins maybe could be Dr. Dre and what he was doing. And their tour was also going on at the same time. If I remember,
Yeah.
we were a couple weeks behind or
Yeah.
ahead of them, and so for me as a kid, that was I don't know what you could compare it to. It was the top shit to compare it to whatever it is now. We were thrusted on tour with the biggest shit. And the minute we hit the stage, it was already, like you said, a packed crowd. So
Dope.
it was an insane experience. And I just remember looking up to the Beastie Boys and Cypress as far as stage performance. I remember B used to tell me, Run. I remember used to tell me a lot about Run. You were I used to look a lot up to Run, and just try to pick certain artists that we loved and the energy to try to, because at that time, it's funny because it's back now when I look at the rap shows and it's like, open up the pit. Yo, they're like, it's turning into like a real rambunctious rock type thing.
Right.
Back then, it really was tear the fucking show up.
Rowdy.
Yeah,
There was
word.
no
You
rowdy
cool-
crowd.
There was nothing cool. The end
Right.
of the end of the night, we would all get on stage and do Back from the Dead, and we would just have a
Yeah, that was fun.
full mosh pit with the whole Soul Assassins. Like
Everybody
50 people
on stage.
just moshing into one song, and yeah, like energy was key. So I think that always stuck with me, even with making beats, because when I make music now, I think about how it's going to translate on the stage or with the crowd.
That's dope.
I don't know if motherfuckers realize that in hip hop you are the triple threat. You're the triple threat. You're an MC, right? Before you were a producer, you were an MC, right? But you put that to the side for a while, and you honed in on your production craft, right?
And breakdancing.
And breakdance.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
an
then you're the
incredible-
quadruple threat, son.
Fucking
I
guy.
just I don't break
Fucking
down.
overachiever.
Quadruple.
Eagle Scout. What else?
Because the other thing I was gonna
Busting
say, because the other thing I was gonna say is DJ, right? Like,
Yeah.
because you've made some classic songs, right? As a producer, you've been on classic songs as a rapper, and you DJ for M, who is considerably one of the best motherfuckers that ever touched the mic and got in the studio and burned it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you do well at that DJ shit, because a lot of people probably didn't know, aside from the producing, you fuck with the turntables.
For sure.
And I say that's a triple threat, man. I mean, you cover all bases, and now, because of the breakdancing, quadruple.
How do you like that? No,
How you like me now, motherfucker?
Large Professor. You know what I mean? Those are the guys I looked up to. Like somebody like Large Professor, like, master it all. Master it all.
Master it all.
And, I think DJing and producing is real close. Like, I remember T-Ray when we were young.
Yep.
T-Ray did a lot of our beats when we were in the Hooligans. And I used to tell him, I love Premier. Premier's my favorite producer. And he used to say, yeah, you know why you like him? Because he makes beats like a DJ. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, listen to the intros. Listen
Right.
to the beginning of the songs. He always puts something off the top because he's a DJ. He's going to get the vinyl later. He wants something to cut. Big L, rest in peace. Doom, doom.
Word.
Right on time.
100.
And so that always stuck with me too, because I was like, DJing and producing is.
And you play in all
Pete
those
Rock.
different positions. That's going to give you, like you're saying, a perspective of each one, and
Yeah.
kind of gives you a round.
That's the thing. He could plug in with anyone.
Right.
And that's key. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah, man.
And look, I just want to say salute to all y'all in the Insane Asylum. You unlocked the Dr. Greenthumb G-Pen giveaway yesterday.
What?
Yeah, you did.
For YouTube by smashing all them likes yesterday. We appreciate that. We have a super chat question for the 5150s later in the podcast. We also have an exclusive giveaway on Twitch. You must be subscribed on Twitch to be entered. All subs will be entered into a random generator, and one winner will be selected. Must be subscribed by 3:15 Pacific Standard Time. You can even subscribe for linking your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch. Winner announced at the end of the podcast. All right. We'll let you know what these questions are. And this show is brought to you by CBD Lion. Some of the best in CBDs in the game. We will talk about them later. And also budvac.com, where you can get your bud vac and preserve your weed, goddammit. But smash those likes as you should. Man, yes, I remember a time we were in the studio working on your guys' shit. And I don't know who, but someone brought mushrooms.
Imagine that.
And man,
Imagine
a
that.
lot. I mean, we didn't never have a little.
Stranger things.
No.
Stranger things.
And we
happen.
totally got fucking smashed out during their session. And we smoked so much weed. Like, I tell you, you shouldn't even smoke weed when you're on mushrooms
Does
because
nothing.
it does
It's
nothing.
like blowing air. Yeah.
It's just, it's a
Doing
taste.
nothing.
It's a
100%.
taste. That's it.
Yeah.
Because you're so fucking smashed on the shrooms, you ain't even getting none of that weed shit.
sure.
It ain't leveling you out. It ain't doing none of that,
Good
right?
point.
What we were doing was smoking out the studio so heavy that old boy Vince Neil that was working in the back decided to complain about all the weed smoke.
Vince Neil from
Yes.
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, yeah.
He complained on us.
Come on, Vince.
Dr. Feelgood.
Come
Yes,
on.
Dr. Feelgood complained on Dr. Greenthumb. How you know?
the
Are you
doctors.
kidding?
A doctor complained on another doctor. What,
It's a very
what the
doctor
fuck?
move.
He was tripping. He was tripping.
He was tripping, and that was probably our last session that we used Image, because we it was at Image Recording where we recorded the first Cypress Hill album, and that was like our spot until he fucked it up for us. They chose him, and we were like, okay, we're the fuck out of here. We finished our shit up, but like after that, I think we pushed on to a different. That's when we started pushing on to American studios and places like that.
Yeah.
But
Makership.
initially, man, we got fried up in there.
Echo Sound. I remember
Echo
Echo
Sound.
also. We used them.
We got shroomed out. We were listening to the song. I think I did my verse
You
on
did.
that.
Yeah, you told him to turn all the lights off.
Yeah.
So it was just like the studio lights
Yeah,
on the
the board.
board.
Yeah.
This fucking
He was
guy.
getting real trippy. Like, yeah, he ate it with like sliced the orange in half. I remember, and just like put the shrooms on it.
Oh
Just
my God.
fucking ate I ate the
Yeah,
orange.
you guys think you've been doing it,
Yeah.
son, but we've been.
I was like, damn, that's how we're doing it. All right, yeah, okay, let's go.
All right.
I was a bad influence. I'm sorry,
Oh
man.
my God.
And I
Good
got
times.
your dad one day. I saw him on a flight. We were taking a flight somewhere, right? And he goes, "Hey, man, hey, I would just want to thank you for being there for my son and bringing him into this thing and I'm like, yeah, thanks. And in the back of my mind, I'm like,
Thanking him.
man, if
Thanking
you ever
him for
knew
bringing
about-
him to the hood.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
getting him shrooms.
Oh, man.
yeah.
Made
Thank
you-
you.
made me
Thank you,
stronger.
B.
It made
Thank
me
you.
stronger.
Thank you, B.
made him strong.
Hey, I'm alive.
Look at him, he's
Look
strong.
at me now. Hey,
Were you tripping when
it's
he
okay,
said
it's all
that?
good.
I was tripping because all I kept thinking was the fucking mushrooms and then taking him to the hood. I was like, damn, if he only knew that. But
Damn, that's funny.
It's the craziest thing,
The
man.
original bad influencer.
The original bad influence.
Hey, it worked out.
Yeah.
Worked out.
That's the important thing. In the end, it all worked
In
out.
the end, it all worked out.
Such is life.
Yeah.
Man. It's crazy,
And
the
fuck
realization.
Vince Neil, by the way, right?
And fuck
Fuck
Vince
Vince
Neil.
Neil. Yeah,
Oh,
come
man.
on.
I tell you, I was at the Rainbow one night. Many nights. As you
A lot
well
of
know.
stories start like that. With me.
I've been involved
So
in a
listen,
few.
I was at the Rainbow
I
one.
was-
He can start a book.
I was at I mean, shit.
I was at the Rainbow one night.
We were
dot,
there
dot.
many nights, right? And this
A
particular
collection
night,
of poems.
we're chilling out front where we normally post up, Little Amsterdam style, right? And out comes old Vince, and I guess maybe his
Oh,
wife.
Vinny.
Vinny comes out with his wifey boo, or
Flavor of the
something,
week.
right?
Right.
I don't know. I think it was his wife.
All right.
And he is totally fucking faded out, like stumbling, and she's holding him up.
And those guys
That's
are,
how you want to see him, though.
They're drinkers,
I mean,
though.
that's
those
That's
guys.
how I want to see him.
This is
Stumbling.
how you
If he's
expect
in
to see
Motley
him.
Crue,
Yeah.
yes.
Come on.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? the fucking he's trying to get his keys. He wants his keys, and the valet's not giving him his keys. They're like, fuck that. No, we can't give you the keys. And he's like, give me my fucking keys. And he's trying to fight with the valet. And
I
his
got
wife.
a visual of a guy like in snakeskin cowboy boots
Right.
and jeans.
Right.
And,
Tucked in.
You ain't wrong.
Going off.
He was trying to fight with the valet, and he did this like 2 or 3 times. But this time, he had his wifey with
Got
him.
his
and
hair.
She's trying to keep it together. She grabs the keys, like, I got it, I'm going to drive, just so to try to calm him down. Then he snatched the keys from her
Oh, wow.
and jumps in his big old Lamborghini fucking, they had a Humvee fucking Lambo
Whoa.
that was like a Hummer, right?
What?
A Lambo
like-
that was like a Hummer.
Yeah, they had this Lambo truck that was like a fucking Hummer. for a
Yeah, I
time.
remember that one.
And he had one. So
And he had
yes,
one. Of course he did.
my Lexus was parked right in back of that Humvee, right? And I hear him fucking revving. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you hear him grinding the fucking gear, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, hell no. He's going to smash right into my fucking Lexus. I said, if he does, I'm going to pull him out and
Middle of
beat
fucking-
the shit out of him in front of everybody. He better not touch my shit. All of a sudden, and he backs up and he comes real fucking close, bro. I thought his shit was gonna go right on top of my hood.
Damn.
And then he stops and then pulls out and then fucking burns fucking the back wheels all the way
Peels
down
off.
the block, lighting up the block.
He's out.
Rockstar
He's
shit.
out.
I was like,
Off
God,
into the night.
hey,
Vince
bro.
Neil, ladies and gentlemen.
Vince Neil,
There he
everyone.
goes.
Left the
He's
building.
outta here.
Hey, so that was the first
him.
time I seen him coming out the boat. Like I had been hanging out there for a year or two, and that was like the first time I seen him come out of there like that. He had showed up that night, left like that, was just fucking belligerent and smashed.
Dude, he's still doing that shit.
Okay,
like
so
2
the-
years ago, you got
so-
arrested in Vegas.
So the next time he does this, he comes back out. His wife ain't with him this time. He's with somebody else, not a chick, but some dude he was meeting there. They were talking business, whatever. I one can only assume, right? He comes out of there and he is smashed again.
Smosh.
I like this
and,
guy.
and he fucking tries to get the keys from the valet. They won't
I
give
see
it
a
to
theme
him.
going here. Fuck.
And he's got a pizza with him. He's got a pizza box with him. And the valet is telling him, no, you got to take a cab or whatever. They're not giving him the keys. He starts trying to smash the fucking,
Yeah.
the valet dude with the pizza box. He upward blocks and he's kicking Vince Neil in the fucking belly, dog. It was the most surreal,
Oh wow.
most hilarious shit. I don't know how he got his keys. He always manages to get them. And he fucking ran off, jumped in his whip, skirted
Peeled
down
off.
the fucking block, dog.
2 episodes in Vegas, this guy. He punches his ex-girlfriend on a red carpet event in Las
man.
Vegas. That was one, got arrested for. And the last one, like a year and a half ago, him and Nicolas Cage in front of the Aria right there at the fountain on the turnaround. Big fist fight with some guys out there in the middle of the turnaround. Like, this guy doesn't stop.
He don't fuck around when he drinks, bro. Like, if you're drinking with Vince Neil, you better have your fucking, your
A game.
your A game ready.
Dude.
At least that in that time of his
Right?
life. No, I'm saying
Yeah,
I don't know
Jack
if he's.
Daniels
I don't know if
and-
he
ugh.
still drinks today, but like back then, if you were gonna sit down and have a drink with dude, you better have your fucking drink game down, buddy, because he was gonna drink like a motherfucker. Look at him, pretty motherfucker, trying to look at you like, let's party, bro.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Look at it.
Let's
Look at
party,
that.
bro.
Hey, look at the tip of that knife. Look at how white it is.
He just stuck it in the key, huh? And licked it.
Just like, oh.
He
doing
just
knife
stuck it
bumps.
in the
Can
key.
we get him on the show? I don't know.
I don't know if he'd want to, man.
After we
this
just
point-
told him to fuck off.
I
we
never
might-
told him to fuck off.
I heard you say fuck off.
Did I say
you
fuck off?
did.
think
Don't
you
try to
both
get
did.
out of
It
it.
was
Fuck
friendly.
off.
It was friendly.
It was a
more
friendly fuck
inviting.
off.
We could get Tommy up in here. That's my bro. You
Just
know?
don't take Vince's
Vince-
keys.
Yeah, just don't take Vince's keys. He'll fucking.
Could
know,
you imagine
Sounds
those
like the
two?
one. We need Vince.
He's gonna
Could you
swing a
imagine
pizza
those
box.
two on the road? Oh, those two on the road, Tommy and him back in the day together?
Hey, Tommy
Wow.
told me a good story one time, but I ain't gonna
Wow.
tell it. It was pretty
I ain't
hilarious.
gonna tell.
Well, I can imagine.
Yes, they were all funny dudes, and they had a strange relationship with each other. Sometimes they didn't like each other so
Hey.
much. You know what I mean?
Happens.
They didn't like each other so much sometimes, man. So some guys would pick on the one guy a little bit.
It happens.
Yeah.
Guess who the one guy is?
It's a wolf pack.
Our boy.
Vince. Damn, Vince.
Hey, but they
Yeah.
were so dope, man. I cannot front. I liked Motley Crue. Their shit was fucking
No doubt.
They're good.
Oh, for
extra
sure.
fucking
Great.
dope.
For sure.
That's the thing about this business, right? The motherfuckers that you love, they might not meet your expectations
Don't
as
meet
to
'em.
how cool they might be or how shitty they might be. Yes.
Yes.
Don't meet them.
Some of them.
If you meet them, by accident and they happen to be cool,
That's a bonus.
awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
But
That's
like,
a
don't
super
have,
bonus.
Yeah.
but
Right.
Super bonus.
don't have expectations
Right.
because sometimes they will, let you down.
Not
Yeah.
meet up to those expectations.
Oh man.
I
Yeah.
told him.
Let
I've
me
always
tell
heard.
you. I mean, here, look. Growing up out here in California, you know this. You're from here. We don't always approach celebrities because most celebrities down here, they're fucking assholes, right? As kids growing up,
Right.
like
Around that shit.
around that shit.
Yeah.
I never once because I seen motherfuckers get treated like shit by certain celebrities, especially in what we do. Because some motherfuckers get their egos blown out and start feeling themselves too heavy
Hell
and
yeah.
treat people a certain way.
Right.
Know what I mean? And you see that and you're like, ooh, fuck, that's
Nasty.
weak.
Right.
Know what I mean? I went out of my way not to do that shit to people, man. Even if I wasn't in the
I was
mood
just
to
gonna
be
pat
around,
you on
know
the
what I'm saying?
back. I mean, this guy out on the road is like, I mean, you guys all know this guy right here. I mean, is amazing.
Yep.
You know, and it's not because he's doing it because he has to. He's doing it because you truly, I mean, nice fucking guy. You know what I mean? And it comes across like that. So
I got that game from Chuck, though. Like, it was the one time I met Chuck D, because it was the one celebrity I decided to approach, right? Because he's our hero, right? Like, at
Chuck.
least for Cypress,
Chuck is so
he was
dope.
our fucking hero.
Killer.
Right.
Everybody.
He was incognito, right? He didn't have his fucking hat on or anything like that. He didn't have none of the other Public Enemy guys around him. We knew him because we were big fucking fans, so we could recognize him with or without the fucking hat on, right? And he was cool to me. Shook my hand. He was like, hey, man, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe one day you do what we do. Because I told him, hey, man, we're trying to get in the game and, you know, we just appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. Didn't ask him for nothing. Didn't ask him to listen to our tape. Listen to my single. Nah, none of that shit. It was just giving him props real quick, and he was cool with me. And I said to myself in that moment, if I ever get to the spot that he's in, I'm going to be cool like he was. And that always fucking stuck with me, you know what I mean? And I think that's key when artists do that, right? Is pass that shit around. Because realistically, the motherfuckers, sometimes as inconvenient as it can be, they're the reason you do it for them, right? I mean, you do it for yourself, obviously, but
Real talk.
you're making music for others. And if they fuck with it, you know, you got to give them love because they're giving you love by fucking with it.
Hell yes.
And that's how I always looked at it, man. I never understood how a motherfucker could be like, one of their fans come up and be like, hey, man, can I get the fuck off of me, man. I'm chilling right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, man. I see
hell?
the motherfucker
Hey
do
man,
that.
fuck you.
Do that one time. I was like, ooh.
Oh,
wee.
you nothing. Get lost.
Hell yeah.
And
Nah,
I
that's
remember, hey,
insane.
listen, I'm not going to say who it is, but I remember at one festival, I was chilling in the cut, and I seen the homie, he was about to hit the stage.
Damn.
He was about to hit the stage, and I was like, hey, man, let me get an autograph. And he turned and he goes, not right now, man. And he looked at me. He was like, oh, I fucking turned pale on it. He was like, I was like, I'm just fucking around, man. He fucking went
Got
on
him.
stage. Got him.
Oh, it's you, B. Fuck out of here.
He was like, not right now, man. And then he goes, oh, it's you. It was ice cold, man. It was at, I think it was either Rock the Bells or Paid Dues. But it was one of the homies. I caught him so off guard. And he gave me the not right now, man. And then he double taked it. He saw me.
Come on.
But I was testing him.
I mean, I was always a big fan. Like, I wasn't, my brother, you know my brother.
Yeah, Neil.
Nothing phases him. Any celebrity, I don't give a shit. And who cares?
Well, that's
man?
one of B's trademarks, how he likes fucking with people like that. Like, he'll do stuff like that, and then, I'm just kidding.
Of course.
Scare the shit out of somebody, you know what I mean? He likes doing that kind
Yeah,
of shit.
B.
Yeah.
Jokester.
Uh,
I've been on tour.
Sometimes.
I know.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I like jokes. Other times, not so much.
But I mean, I was the type that would, like, you know, in comparison to my brother, he was like really nothing phasing. But I definitely, when I saw certain artists as a kid, it was like seeing a god. Like, sometimes I wonder if the kids nowadays are that inspired. Like, when I think of it, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of exposure now. You know, you follow your favorite rapper, you know what he had for lunch, you could look on his timeline, you know everything about him, everything.
Right.
Back then, it was like, if you didn't, it was hard to even catch a glimpse of any rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was like, they were like more like gods, I feel like, or to me, when I encountered
They
them,
were
or to
not
see
accessible.
Rakim or somebody, it was like,
Mystique.
for sure. And it was
Yeah.
like, you know, or if we would see them in the videos, like the videos meant so much. I used to go run home and watch you on TV raps. It was like
Hell yeah.
everything.
Right.
Like, I wanted to see. We used to freeze the Big Daddy Kane video and that one moment where we had the Nefertiti chain.
Yeah.
Like, look at that piece.
Yeah.
Like we used to, like all those moments are like, but I was a fan. I was the type that was, and to this day I'm still a big fan. Like if I see something I like, I don't care if they're famous or not or unknown or reach out. Yo, you're dope. Or if I hear a producer sometimes, like it's an unknown kid playing me some beats and it's dope, I'm like, oh, you're one of us. Oh yeah, you're one of us. I can already tell.
Yeah.
Like the minute I hear it, I'm like, and some guys don't like to give props to people, and that shit always trips me out.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's
how
weird.
could it cost you nothing to show somebody love if you think they're dope? Because I
Right.
know it meant a lot to me coming
Right.
up. Yeah, so
And those same motherfuckers will go out of their way to shit on him if it's bad.
right.
But they won't take the time.
Like you're a certain kind of asshole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To do that kind of shit. You're a real certain kind of asshole to want to, you know what I mean?
It's weird.
Hey, what about Woodstock, Alchemist? We brought Alchemist to Woodstock with
What
us.
year was that?
And you could see him on stage. If you look at the footage,
Yes. I had the camera. I was filming.
you still have that footage, right?
I think maybe Muggs has it, but I was using his camera and filming you guys.
Oh, right.
I'll never forget. I was just, that's one of those things, like I always tell people, like 10,000 hours is good, but right place at the right time, you can't prepare for that. Like I was just there that weekend at the crib and it was like,
Crazy.
you want to go to Woodstock? It was like, all right, hell yeah. I just had the camera. I was holding
Let's
the camera.
go.
And there's like, I have a picture of me on stage. I'm holding the camera and you guys are rocking and it's like just, the crowd is
Ocean. of
Enormous,
people.
right?
that was the
Ocean.
mud year. Remember, we were
Yeah.
walking around. It rained one day, and it was just the whole place was just like a mud.
There was a bunch
bath.
of naked people
Yeah.
fucking straight up like mudded out.
Yeah.
People.
Like
Mud
they had
people.
it was a bunch of hippies that were like, fuck it, boom, shed everything. They got mudded out
They were like slip and slides.
and they were
all.
walking around
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, there was that part where they were
It was
fucking
a
sliding in the mud.
mess.
Yeah.
It was a man. We rode the hell. That was
There was a lot of mud babies made that day.
we rode the helicopter in,
Mud baby.
which was insane.
Yeah.
I'll never
rode
forget
Muddy
that.
people
Yeah, we
that
rode,
had
all the artists had to fly in with the helicopter.
Yeah.
Dope.
So that was like a crazy experience.
Dope.
I was
Yeah,
scared to
for
death.
sure.
Yeah, that was crazy.
First time in a helicopter?
Yeah,
oh,
for sure.
Shit.
You came in with us, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Happy had to. I took Happy's spot.
Yeah, he had to
He
go
had
on
to
the
fall
boat.
back. He had to fall.
He had to go on the boat.
One of the the management, they let me live. I was like, let Al go.
It was cool. You, when you get in the helicopter, you realize why you cannot outrun it.
Yeah, it moves.
It moves, and you could see everything below. It's not like an airplane. You know, like an airplane,
Right.
you got that little shitty window to look out of. With the helicopter, it's a big ass window.
And
to
that
look
thing's
at.
maneuverable. Like,
Yeah.
woo, woo.
You see
Yeah.
everything.
You
Yeah.
get to see like from a close range distance.
you
Like for you to
could.
see all the blocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you see it all.
Damn.
Whether
Yeah,
they're
it's true.
flying high or they're flying low, you will see everything you need to see. There's no way you can get away from it.
Yeah. That was a trip, man. Woodstock. But all the Smoking Grooves tours, too. Like,
Yeah.
I think every tour that you guys did, I
That's
rode.
right. You were
I,
on those.
I was just hanging
Yeah.
or just carrying records for Muggs, making beats. Or one year, my job was they had the Buddha doll, the big Buddha that
Big
would
Buddha,
go
yeah.
blow up.
We would
Yeah.
like, black the stage out, smoke it up, and then it would like rise up right
Right.
before I wanted to get high comes on.
Yep.
And my job was to pump the fucking Buddha, and then I would make it bounce. So I
Yeah,
was
you'd make
behind,
the Buddha dance,
bouncing
yeah.
the Buddha to the beat. Like, there's probably some footage somewhere like
You had to
on
fill
YouTube.
that shit up manually.
There was a machine. I just had to go back
Oh,
there
okay.
and bust, hold it up so it goes up. And
Yeah,
I-
we would break it out at a certain point in the show. We'd smoke out the stage like crazy, and then the
Yeah.
get high horns happen,
Hell yeah.
And then it's,
and then it would slowly,
Yeah.
and
The-
and then
the-
he'd make it dance to the certain song.
Cypress Hill shows were fucking movies
The
every
visuals,
time.
the visuals.
And there was
were,
so much thought on every
Right,
tour.
for
Like
sure.
I remember every tour, seeing them sit up, him and Muggs and Sen, and like come up with concepts on, how to flip the show, stage props. Then they came up with the big fucking joint with the finger. that
Yeah.
would like light up and smoke. But it was like all of that also stuck with me too. Of like, showmanship. Like this dude is like next level showman. He's one of the best rappers, but when he grabs a
thank
mic,
you, Al.
he on stage he's like, hard to top. Like,
That's
when
right.
he has a mic, it's like he's probably at his most comfortable. And he's very comfortable right now. But
Right.
B on the stage, I always looked at you like
Well, thank you, sir.
dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And just comfortable. So like, the show element, those years were like real important. And a lot of those years was, one year I remember Gangstar came on tour.
Yeah.
And I was already friends with
Dope.
with Premier, which actually there's a picture online with like
That was the Smoking Grooves, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me, Premier, Jay Dilla.
Oh,
in the
word,
studio.
yeah, right.
And that was the night before tour. I remember, I'll never forget, I went to go see Premier. He was at Electric Lady working on D'Angelo. And he was like, come through. I went and brought some weed and we were smoking and we were tripping because I'm going on tour with you guys.
Yeah.
But he's going also with Gangstar. So I was like, we're going to be hanging out. This is tight. You know what I mean? And
There it is, right
that was
there.
the only time I met, that was the one time I met Dylan too. And I'll never forget, he came through randomly because Questlove was in the other room laying down some drums for they were doing Devil's Pie that night.
Crazy.
Premier was doing Devil's Pie, and Dilla came in and played some beats, and like we were just all smoking. And the next day we went on tour,
Yeah.
Smoking Grooves. So it was like
That was a good tour.
And that year was when I linked with Freddie Fox.
How old were you right there in that photo?
20, I want to say mid-20s, like
Okay.
23, I think. But,
Hey, he's
yeah.
been doing
Look
this
at the little fade he had going.
Yeah,
With the
clean
fresh
fade.
lineup?
Puerto Rican era, yeah.
Yeah, that fresh NYC lineup right there,
Yeah, he
Poppy. Don't play.
White tee, you know what I'm saying? Same shit. You know,
That's right.
Same white tee.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that I remember that because the next day we were all going on tour, and yeah, I connected with Freddie Fox on that tour also because he would come on the bus and see me making beats. You know, at the time we had the ASR hooked up on the back. There was a Triton maybe.
It was a Triton.
Yeah, and we were just making beats on the back of the bus, just fucking around. And those was like early days of people just, oh man, you make beats? Like Freddie Fox was like, oh man, when you get back to New York, hit me up. And we ended up, there's a couple records I made for him early on.
Yeah,
It was like
that's-
some of my first joints.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mr. Bumpy Knuckles.
Shout out to Freddie Fox.
That's my bro.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started streaming shit, I saw what Maceo and Freddie were doing on Ustream. And they were doing a show out of Maceo's crib.
That's right.
And
Dugout.
Yeah, the De La Dugout.
Shout out to Maceo.
And Freddie would DJ and host. They did it like radio, right?
Yeah.
One guy would DJ for X amount of time and host it, and then he would, Freddie got his slot, and so on and so forth and stuff like that. And I saw what they were doing there, and I was like, oh shit, that was sort of where B-Real TV came from. Was seeing how that they were doing that. I figured, what, we could do something different, but in that vein.
That's dope.
And that's how it all fucking started with Maceo and Freddie Fox.
So
Long Island legends.
Yeah. Salute to my bros.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man. It's a whole lot of shit. A whole lot of shit to unravel when it comes to how long we've been friends.
I know. I could think. I mean, yeah. I just in my mind so many stories.
And the
yeah.
people that we know mutually and shit, it's crazy because when you connected with Mobb Deep and, just having that relationship there between us and them and you right there rolling with them as their DJ. And you made tracks for them too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And just getting that whole shot, like, we were fucking proud right there when you
That's
were rolling.
dope. That's
I'll
dope.
tell you, like, a lot of people would ask me back in that time who was like, what were my, how they ask you every year, who you feeling right now? What's your favorite group out there right now? And I was telling a lot of people like Mobb Deep for a long time because I fucks with them. Mm-hmm. And then you got down with them, and I was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because we used to tour a lot with Busta. We did a lot of tours when I was hanging with you guys.
Yeah.
Just as part of the crew. And I remember years later, what happened was I moved to New York. I was going to school. Muggs was working with Mobb Deep on Soul Assassin's album, linked me with them. We ended up working. But they had a studio in New York called Soundtrack where like Mobb would work out of, and Busta would be in the back also. It's Chris Lighty, rest in peace, managed them both. So it was one day the early days when I was going there bringing beats to the Mobb, and I saw Spliff there.
Spliff,
Star.
yeah. That's the
And he
homie.
kind of checked me.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shit.
he was like, because he saw me with Mobb Deep, and I guess he had a good relationship with them, Busta
Right.
and everything. He saw me because he remembers me from you guys.
Yeah.
And he was like, what you doing over here with these guys, man? I thought you was, I thought you some Soul Assassin. Like, what you doing?
Yeah.
And he kind of checked my temperature, and I was like, I had my ring on still. I said, I'm still Soul Assassins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They love me doing this. I was like,
It's
nah,
the
it's all
bridge.
good. Yeah, I'm out here living out here now, working with them. And he was like, "Oh, all right, cool." It was all good, but I never forget. He was kind of like, you know what I mean? And then there was one time too when Busta came in, when one of the first beats I made for the MOBB for the Murder Music album was called Thug Music, and we were mixing the record, and I was at the board. Busta came in, walked by the hallway while we were mixing it, and he heard the song, and he comes in, and he's like hugging P. P's at the board with him. He's listening to the mix, right? And he whispers into P's ear. He's like, says something, and then P points back at me. I was all the way in the back of the studio, and Busta's like, looks back, and he's bopping his head, and the song's playing, and all of a sudden he walks over to me, and he leans over to me, and he goes, "I had no fucking idea, son. I had no fucking idea." And I was like, because you remember Busta, you remember how far we go back.
Yeah.
He remembers me as your little homie. I went to pick him up from the airport one time.
Yeah.
This is
when I lived in Venice.
And he was just leaving Leaders. He had just split from Leaders. He hadn't even dropped Wu High yet. And he was coming to L.A. and
hanging out with us.
And you sent me to pick him up in the Typhoon.
Yeah.
I'll never forget because we had the bong. We were smoking the bong. He almost spilled the fucking bong. Like he wasn't used to, smoking the
dirty
bong.
was the water?
The Typhoon.
It was dirty. It was dirty.
Yeah, hey, that's when Busta and I were talking about making an album together.
Yes.
And our label heads of Sony and Elektra or something, they didn't like each other, so they weren't going to allow it. But we had talked about it way back then. But yeah, it was in that time.
You guys went way back, so I know he always remembered me from then. So he was just kind of tripping.
Yeah. Every time I run into Busta Rhymes, he always quotes "Stoned is the way of the walk."
Every time.
That was like his first shit that he like clinged on to. It was like, "Yo, son, when Eric and Parrish came and showed me your first joint, son, yo." Unbelievable, yo,
Immaculate.
it's the real one, that's the funky.
Pretty good imitation right there. Not bad, not bad.
You imitating Busta, imitating you is pretty crazy.
Right? I could do that sometimes.
Very meta. That was deep.
But
That was deep.
hey, it's the craziest shit because every time he greets me, he's greeting me with those particular bars.
Yeah.
And that's always been one of my homies right there, and I always wanted to do that album with him because I always felt like if I were to do an album with this dude, it's you know how it is when you get with certain other rappers and they're of a certain level.
Yeah.
You want to step up to the plate and meet that challenge, and I'm always one of those who wants to rap with the best motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Competitive.
Yeah, of course. Because it's about, head chops.
Of course.
How many heads can you chop off?
Yes.
I've chopped many. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And when you get with Busta, you're chopping mad fucking heads off. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was always somebody, they always ask the wish list. Who would you get on? Well, I got on with everybody that I wanted to get on with. And I've got on with Busta in terms of Space Jam. But that was like a collective song. It wasn't like him and I doing something, you know what I mean? So that's always on the wish list.
Did you go to the premiere of Space Jam because B-Real's on the soundtrack?
No.
I
didn't even go.
One thing about
you know
Busta.
he could have taken. He's just saying that, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure you would have loved it as a kid. You know. How do you not on the soundtrack and you're not invited to the premiere of Space Jam?
We were on tour.
Could have just been like, you look out for my homie.
Good answer.
They didn't do premieres back then.
Yeah, they did,
We
bro.
were on tour.
They did hella premieres.
Look, he was in school. You weren't born. Come on.
I'm just saying, dude. You had a lot. Like,
Damn.
For a movie like Space Jam, you didn't get like your jersey. From
Did I? I probably did, but for me, I never collected any of that shit. You know,
Like a pair of Jordans, you know what I mean? The Space Jam Jordans.
I would have thought he would have had like the jersey and it said "B-Real" on it, and it's like Space Jam.
It might be out there. I don't remember.
The management got that.
Management,
Yeah, they hoarded it. They didn't even.
Yeah.
They didn't even let them know.
That was a cool day. We were up in Chicago when we filmed that shit.
It ended up
Hanging with Mike. You was hanging with Mike.
No, he was supposed to come, but because LL Cool J didn't show up, Mike didn't want to come down unless all of us were there. So that was his excuse. Oh, LL's not down there. And he didn't like rap shit in the first place. I mean, this is well documented. He didn't give two fucks about hip hop. He liked R&B and old soul and shit like this. So, and Whitney Houston and Anita Baker and shit like that. You know, he like
Mike didn't like rap.
he didn't like rap. It's well documented. So he wasn't gonna come down. I mean, that was a technicality, so he used that
To
technicality
hang out with B-Real,
to his favor.
smoking weed.
I ain't
fucking-
going but with these fucking rappers, you know what I mean? So we didn't get to meet him, but we filmed in Chicago
Okay.
so that he would come down to the set.
and then
Damn.
He didn't come to the set.
and Mike, man.
But it was cool. It was still a cool experience.
Of course.
You know, we were chilling there with the homies and having fun in the video. It was all right.
You ever trip out how big the Jordan sneaker is, right? But think if like some of the kids who love the Jordan sneaker, if Mike walked right past them in the street, are they completely aware that
don't-
the person
No.
he's
Some-
kind of disconnected
Not all of them.
from the new
Yeah, not all of them.
phenomenon?
So
Yeah.
you're saying the new generation collector
They're
doesn't
J's.
really know, right? It's more of a shoe
It's a
collector,
shoe.
not
They know the
because,
brand.
right?
Yeah.
Not
They know
because
the
of
brand.
Mike.
No, when as a kids we wore them because we
go-
thought we would play
Right.
basketball better.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I remember wearing them and like thinking I was gonna get.
Well, we
a
were all
higher-
fans of Mike.
Yeah, I thought I would play better. Like it was based on performance.
For sure.
It was like
Yes.
a performance shoe. Now it's just the Jordan, which is amazing.
The
It's
cool
just,
brand.
It's crazy.
The cool brand.
What's
he still
cool
eat?
is what's cool is that they transcend, right? His brand transcends him.
It's bigger now.
It's bigger than
Yeah,
he
it's
is.
the biggest thing ever. I wonder if he got to still be eating off that, right? Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of course.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. All right,
For
all right.
sure.
Shout
Hey,
out to Mike.
since you know, rolling with action in mayhem, how's your cooking skills right now? Trash
Bag, man.
You didn't absorb any of the knowledge that these bros
I,
drop in the
I have
kitchen?
a more refined palate. Now I could like try things that I used to be real
but
standoffish
but
about.
to make it, nah.
I feel like now that I got the little one, I'm going to be home more, so I'm going to have to be creative. I'm going to be staring at the wall because, you know, we can't sit still, creative people, you know, we're
right.
always trying to find something. So I'll probably get into it, like, but yeah, he's really good. Mayhem is, like, really good. I think once I get into it, but I obsess over shit, so I kind of don't want to. And I feel like, damn, you do all that work, and then they just fucking eat it, and all right, have a good
And then
day.
it's gone.
Clean the fucking plates. Like, I did all that work. Damn, I could have made a beat. It would have lasted for
Hey,
a
that's
long
real shit.
But the process.
Kind of unfulfilling.
It's
chef.
yes, cooking is thankless.
It's very thankless.
Thankless of-
It's a
yes.
and
thankless
half
job.
the enjoyment is supposed to be in the process of cooking it. So I mean, you know, it's all that
But
as well.
my friends who cook, they enjoy seeing people like
That's-
happy
yeah. Right.
from it. I get it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
That's the high.
It seems a little thankless, but
It is
They be
most of the
lying.
time.
Like here.
Certain people will show the cook or the chef or the one preparing the meal some thanks and appreciation, but most of the time it goes
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So are you nice?
yeah, I
Are
try
you-
to be.
okay.
Ask
Yeah,
him.
fuck
You
yeah.
know what happens when we ask him to cook something?
Fuck off.
We get like Al Qaeda fucking videos talking about I'm fucking doing this for y'all. You see this?
Yells at us.
You know, he's like, yeah, just it makes you feel so guilty, bro. Last time the guilty sketty he made, bro.
What had happened
But it
was
tastes great, huh? That
Guilty
guilt.
It did. It
That
did
guilt
taste great.
tastes great.
Hey,
'Cause,
listen.
listen, Bobo came in here bragging about that I could fucking make spaghetti and, you know, that I cook, right? You might have known that, maybe not, but he came in here bragging, so these guys wanted to know. And I sent a little video showing them that I was doing it, not wifey.
Like that.
And you know,
To let you know.
I was in
Yeah.
one of those moods because, like,
Chopping
realistically,
garlic.
I didn't want to be doing it in the first
Yeah,
place.
nice kitchen, by the way.
Nice kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's like, hey,
Hey, nice kitchen.
just to let you know.
Nice knife,
Oh yeah, my knives are sharp. Bro.
Nice
Nice
kitchen.
cutlery. B.
cutlery. Excuse me, cutlery.
Really nice.
He has cutlery.
Yeah,
Not much of a heat stove kind of guy, but you know, he made it work.
yeah, no, I
I
do.
want that flash fryer thing. What's that thing? You
Oh,
know
yeah,
that
the
thing?
flash
It's
fryer.
like
Air
a
dry?
air fryer.
Air,
fryer?
yeah.
I think I could get crafty with an air fryer.
Dude, that shit, you start putting.
Start-
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
wanna
man.
try
Like, there's a setting on some of the ovens. The moment you start fucking with it, man, you start wanting to air fry everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what's wrong
shit,
with that?
Shit is unnecessary.
Healthier.
Like, yeah,
Let's go.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
I mean, it's right there.
Give some taste to it. Crunch.
Yeah.
Hey.
Some vegetable tempura, right? Like
Now you can
make
put a
it-
gang of shit in there, bro. Even unnecessary stuff like a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Air
Or
fryer.
Fuck yeah, you
cookies.
could put a
Yeah, some
Twinkie
cookies
in there.
Why the hell not?
You can put one of those.
Hey, wait.
Those
Why not?
PB, those PB and J's.
Now we're talking.
I'm just saying.
I've done it, bro. And it's like you
Ice
sit there and you're
cream?
like, damn.
You could put a s'more in
ice
there.
cream.
Doc.
Ooh.
You can't put ice cream in there.
Deep fried ice cream?
I mean, it's been done.
It's possible,
Air
yeah.
fry,
I guess
it
it
would melt.
depends. It
Have
would
you ever
melt.
had deep fried ice cream
Yeah,
before?
Yeah,
They
but that's
make
like
it.
the
Yeah,
oil, though.
yeah.
Make it. I don't know.
Yeah, they pull it off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like oil.
I don't
like,
know how.
I think
but-
air fry is like, it's gonna melt before anything. It's just gonna be,
It's just like, oh, well, later, fam.
yeah, it's gonna just melt.
Fucking melt, dog.
Air fryer, yeah, I would definitely want to try that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like.
I think
yeah.
I can get good with that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Try to do some air frying stuff.
You gotta buy the experimental one. That way
Yeah.
you see what works
Yeah,
and
you
what doesn't,
yeah.
and then you get
the
a
one
real
you're gonna
quality
fuck up learning how to use
Right.
it, and then you get the good.
Exactly.
That's how you realize what the do's and don'ts are. Put some fruit in there, it ruins it. I did it.
Fruit.
Yeah,
You tried to deep fry fruit.
yeah.
Makes sense
That's different.
for you. That is different. That's,
I was just like, yo, man. I was like, everything.
Put a banana in
That's
it.
Nah, like a
optimistic.
couple strawberries that were really big, and I was like, and then I put them in the ice cream. I was like, oh, it's about to be good.
You were tripping.
And they just got squishy,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but, I mean, it blended in
Yeah.
pretty good.
doing
but-
the most.
Over high.
Let me see
Over.
how it happens.
Over fucking
Yeah.
high.
That's experimentation at its highest
Yeah,
level.
that's how you do it.
The
Create.
plantains worked out pretty good because you could grill them, but then you could put those in there.
Well, yeah, the
Yeah, I
plantains,
did the
you could
plantains,
definitely
but then I was
do.
like, you know what, dude, these are pretty big ass strawberries. Let me just see what's good, and they just got all like soft and
No, Papa, those ones you don't do.
shit. Yeah.
But I have seen them like deep fried bananas and stuff like that, like, with weird coatings on them and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Could be good.
Or not.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I told them.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of stoner shit you can deep fry, and it would be delicious.
I say try all of it.
Yep.
That's one thing, like when you go down through the south of the United States, everything is fried. Everything. All fried food through the south
Yeah.
in my travels. Yeah. Get down in the south, man, the fried food, it's bomb, but everything's fried. Fried chicken, fried this,
Yeah.
Bubba Gump shit, sauteed shrimp.
Gotta give it a shot.
Oh, bomb. Bomb, though.
All I'm saying is, sure, give it a try.
Sure, give it a try.
I mean,
Why not?
are we in the trust tree? Yes.
We are in the tree of trust.
I was there.
It's Thursday, just to let you know and remind you, we're going to be popping off the mix right after this on Twitch, B_Real TV. All y'all on YouTube are welcome to join us. I don't know what C-. What are you spinning, C-?
I have no idea yet.
The putazo mix.
Real DJ. See? Just off the fly.
We never know.
He could do that.
Sometimes we take
Kidding me?
suggestions from the Insane Asylum right here, but other times it's just a freestyle fest over
Play
here.
some
Safety
Madonna.
dance.
Say what?
Pedro's gonna love it.
Madonna.
Madonna.
What is that insane cherry strain?
Oh,
you
the
got?
maraschino.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Uncle Larry brought some by the studio. I was like,
yeah.
yeah. That's
That's the business right
that's
there.
special. That's a special one.
Yeah, the genetics of that one, I believe, are by the Sea Junkies, farmed by us, and that's part of the new line right there. That shit is
You nailed that one.
Bomb.
hey,
Yeah, real good. I love that one.
The squad did an excellent job on that. Salute to the squad. Know what I'm saying?
There
if
it
you
is.
ain't,
There
you
it
know,
is. Find that. If you could find that,
Yep.
yeah.
You can find that at the Dr. Greenthumb
There it
dispensaries.
is.
There you
now
go.
you know where to find it.
You know that for sure.
shit works.
If you're not in California, I'm sorry, you're missing out. But
Yeah.
we will be planting a flag near you soon. So just have some patience, and then those flavors will roll into your city, roll into your fucking paper, and right into your lungs.
That's right.
And you'll get to experience that whole shit. These are the flavors right here: Insane OG, Christmas Lights, Ice
Ooh,
Cream
my.
Cake, Hindu Funk, Mac 11, Maraschino,
What haven't I tried here?
Ruby Red, Honeymoon, great bonsai, rockstar.
Look at that lineup. This is insane.
Those are just a few. Our
Hitters.
stuffed,
All hitters.
This
our
is
stuffed
insane.
French
All hitters.
toast is fucking awesome too.
Hitters.
Super.
I just remember every city, people would just bring you ounces of weed in the 90s before it was.
Yeah.
That was
Do you think that stopped?
But now, of course, now, but at then it was just
The
more
weed
rare.
is better these days too. But yeah, people would show up. I remember when we'd walk around after, like, either before we went on or after. We didn't have, like, Big Vern with us or anything. It would just be me, you, Bobo, and maybe a Stevan, and we'd walk around and motherfuckers would just hand us shit left and right.
Early on.
That's
Usually it was
badass.
growers, too.
Yeah.
It was usually the growers, or like, I remember Canada one time.
Yeah, the local growers that would come
Canada.
to the show, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, it was Cypress Hill. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They're coming to that show.
Remember
yeah.
Sam I Am from Canada?
Damn, Sam I Am.
He looked like Ronnie James Dio.
I remember
His
that.
little curly hair dude, he brought us mushrooms and some weed one time and just fucked us all up. He showed up to a couple of our shows. He never came empty-handed either. It was either mushrooms or weed he would have on him.
That's cool.
There was one guy from Normal that rolled with
Yeah.
us one tour. We had to give him the fucking boot. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I remember also
He was in Michigan or
Yes.
from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
white guy with the dreads.
Yeah.
And he had some good weed. But then I also remember,
He did.
yeah, that one tour we had Jack Harrer on tour with us.
Yeah.
He would come out and give a speech. I have a photo of me when I was 15 with Jack. I always trip out. Like people, young
crazy.
kids are like,
Dope.
"That's a person." I'm like, "Yeah, that strain's named after a human."
Yeah.
Here he is. Like, yeah,
People
dope.
forget.
Yeah, Jack
He's
was on
like
tour
a
with us.
real dude.
yeah, he was cool as hell.
They get wrapped up that he's, his name is a strain, and they, people
Google the
fixate on
name.
strain,
I mean,
but
Google the name. The dude is,
Yeah.
legend.
Him and Ed, I remember. We used to have these,
Ed Rosenthal.
we would have
Rosenthal.
these deep philosophical arguments. I was 15, like
Yeah.
tripping out.
They
That's
would.
badass.
Remember?
Yeah, they sure would.
Yeah.
Jack is who we learned all our shit from, pretty much. I mean, he was our mentor in the cannabis education aspect of Cypress Hill. Like he pretty much opened our eyes to a lot of shit, and we rolled with him and had his back. He had our back, and it's great to see people celebrate him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they got the Jack Herrera Cup and the Strain.
Sure.
Strain's cool, but the fact is they keep his name going because he was such an important figure, and the fact that you got a fucking picture of
Yeah.
when he was rolling with us,
For sure.
and it's real shit. He would fucking come out, educate some folks, and then bring us out,
Yeah.
and that was everything, man. Because we were like, damn, we got this guy with us.
Co-signing our deal
Bef-
right here.
Way before that, it was how it is now, where
Right.
it seemed like it seemed almost unreachable. Like
Right.
we were pushing it, but it didn't seem like one day it's gonna really be legal. Like
Yeah.
they were early pushing it.
Those were the
Cypress.
days. I mean,
Yeah.
once again, if you got caught with weed, and especially any kind of a quantity, you're going to prison.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
penitentiary chances back then.
In some states, yes, you weren't just going to the county jail.
Nah,
And then bailed out and getting on probation.
No.
You were going to jail for 5-6 years.
penitentiary.
Damn.
Yeah.
Crazy
Yeah.
to think now.
Yeah.
A minute.
I mean, shit, in Texas, that's, it's kind of still like that. But back in the 90s, it was like if they
sure.
wanted to fuck you over
Oh.
a joint, a seed, anything, boom, you were going to jail.
I mean, there's
And-
people.
Some people.
Some people. No, there's people that have served real jail time for like a joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That have fucking got caught up in the
Well,
worst
yeah,
way.
they don't give a flying
I mean,
fuck.
let's
Goddamn.
get political. There's still cats today in jail for serving for, victimless crime,
Yes.
marijuana
Yes,
charges.
Yes,
100%.
And salute
Get 'em
to
out.
and salute to the last prisoner project because those
Right.
folks are actually, trying to get those people out.
Right.
They're using the platform to
Yes.
like
Victimless crimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on. You know what I
spend
mean?
a lot
Come
of
on,
time
man.
Getting caught with weed
Say what?
or whatever.
They spend a lot of time.
yeah, last prisoner project. They spend a lot of time, going and trying to get these folks that are in jail for cannabis out because I mean, a lot of them in the states like ours that are legal or decriminalized. They said
Yeah.
they were going to lift some of the charges from some of these folks and let them out, and they have not.
Expunge the record.
Yeah,
As
most
they should.
most of them. So, Last Prisoner Project is trying to fight to right that wrong. So salute to them.
Here's some poor hippie, from San Francisco back in 1968, got caught with,
Yeah.
a half a pound of dirt weed.
Yeah.
And that dude did, 10-year bid on that kind of shit. 15 years.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
So, for all y'all out there that
Come
don't
on.
know what it is, go look up Last Prisoner Project
Yeah.
and get educated about it and see what you
real.
can do to, help some of these folks get out. Word. And you were watching the Dr. Greenthumb podcast. Everybody smash that like right now if you're not subscribing yet.
Smash the fuck
Smash
out of it.
that.
Beat it down.
That's right.
Some
Beat
bitch.
it the
Jump on
fuck
it.
down.
Just hit the screen.
Destroy the like
Punch it.
button.
That's right. And
Just punch your screen.
And if you're not, and if you are subscribing, smash that all notification button so that you can, or bell, so that you could get down with every content drop
Smash.
we got coming. With the smoke box is coming back soon, so get ready. You ready for a smoke box?
That was the last time I seen you, I think.
We
At
gotta.
the smoke box.
Oh, I gotta show you the new studio downstairs. You haven't seen it.
Can't wait to see it.
Oh man,
I know
yeah.
you got it.
We gotta work. Guys like us, we like to work, so we work,
You know?
and we make it so that we can work when we want to work. That's what I see. That's where I'm at.
I like this setup here.
Yeah,
Real spacious.
I built it. You know what I mean?
he
Who
built
built
it
it? Who built it?
with his imagination.
Yeah, I built it. You like to say I built
He,
it.
he's like, I dream a genie,
I
blinked
built
his
it.
eyes, and it fucking
Yeah,
popped
like-
up.
That was me. I did that. Yeah, pretty
Do a
good.
lot of things here.
Yeah. Something light.
He does everything
Light
over
work.
here.
Like, yeah. Shit.
He's actually hosting the show right now through me.
Yeah. I wrote the script.
The man.
Yeah,
The man.
This guy should be a comedian.
Telling you.
he is. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Word up. Where are we at right now? Okay, we're almost in the How many? We got a lot of submissions today.
We got just a little less than usual, I would say.
Oh, okay. Then we'll
Yeah.
keep it rolling for a minute.
We got to
and-
heat it up. Are we live? We gotta,
we're live.
We got to
Hey,
heat it up.
Colton.
Yeah, so-
Colton.
So, heat these lines up. What's
That's-
going on here?
No, no, I was just
I'm-
about to say, Colton, never, when he asks you how are the lines today, bro, the answer
no,
is
no.
off the fucking
Fire.
hook.
Melting.
Bomb.
Always.
Not the same as usual,
Heat,
bro.
them up. Heat the lines up. Heat the lines up.
Going
I'm offended.
Colton, come on.
No, these are art submissions.
We
But
gotta.
yeah, I get
Ask
what
him
you're
again.
saying.
Ask him
We're
again.
not smashing that
Colton.
button enough.
Ask him again, B.
How we looking on submissions?
we got a fuck ton of submissions today.
Yeah.
But
Smash
thing
that
is, we don't
like
have.
button.
The thing is that we don't have Eitan on the set. A lot of people have been sending in how to roll their joint submissions, and they want Eitan to rate it.
Down there making out with
yeah,
his
yeah.
dog.
So we got to save that for later.
Oh well, okay, I get you, Mr. Joint
Just,
Rolling Expert.
Oh my God.
Okay, we don't need
Creative
him.
Everybody
monster.
just took a shot. Choo, 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 choo.
All right, next.
Damn.
Next one.
They can just ask B-Real to judge it.
Oh man. Section.
Well, I taught him.
Yeah, I was there.
I know. I saw you.
You're using my
I
tech.
saw the sign.
Oh man, see, look. So Eitan is the self. He's down there. You met him, I think.
Yep.
He is the self-proclaimed joint rolling king here. After Pedro down there retired as the champ.
Yeah.
Because we would do roll-offs here, competitions and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And Pedro was the sitting champ, and then he retired his fingers from competition.
Well, damn.
So then Eitan claims he's the best here. So, he said this enough times on the show that people take him serious and they want him.
Talk so much shit.
About rolling a joint.
Yes,
Like,
so they want him.
Look at your joint.
Lame, dude.
So they want him. They want him to judge their
Slap the
joints.
shit out of him.
I don't know if I rolled a joint well that I would brag about it. That's kind of.
Well, some people are trying to learn and they're trying to
Yeah.
get tips, and some people are pretty confident.
Like, yo, well, check
About
me. I
their
can roll
roll.
a joint better than you, dog.
Some
Yeah.
people.
Let me see your joint.
People.
Psst, leaning,
In defense of
bad
him,
form,
in defense of him,
smokes bad.
he can roll a motherfucking joint.
Yeah?
Yes, he
Hands down.
Yes,
the
he
best
can-
I've ever seen.
he can roll
I taught him.
a pretty fucking joint. So his.
I like a joint with some character, a little flaw.
Oh, his are well,
Yeah, I
his
like
are
a little
flawless.
flaw.
His look like
Well,
factory.
you can put it in a fucking
here's
machine and
here's
roll a
an
joint like that,
example.
too. You know what I'm saying?
Here's an
Make those
example.
joints.
Feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Here's an example of one of his.
It's hate filled, dude.
Versus mine. Versus my joint that I rolled. See,
It's like a cigarette.
you talk shit about
Yeah.
my joint.
Rolled up with nothing
But
but
it's
sarcasm.
it's pretty precise.
Look at him peeping his little head through it.
Yeah. Hey, Alchemist has seen his share of
I
joints.
used to roll.
Yes, I know.
You know,
You
at
don't gotta-
one point,
You don't got to tell me.
I used to, when the orange zigzag era be,
Yeah, I know.
you remember.
I remember.
I almost went to jail one time at behind the stage
Oh, yeah.
at Lollapalooza
Oh,
in
man.
your car.
Oops.
Yeah, rolling the weed. It was my job also to roll the joints before the stage show sometimes.
Yeah, Eitan.
Yeah.
So
He has to do
Eitan-
that sometimes?
Oh,
he
yeah.
has to do it
All
all
the
the
time.
time.
Well,
all
if you
the time.
fucking brag about rolling a joint, well, you have a new job. You are the joint man.
That's part of his job description on
This
tour.
is probably his too, because it was
Yeah.
Because right when we started, he was like, "I have 2 joints rolled for you already."
Yeah.
And now that I'm thinking back, he said it with way too much pride.
He takes his pride in his joints.
Yeah, now I'm thinking. You got me thinking. Now he was like,
all
"Yeah,
about
see,
it.
2 joints right here. Yeah, it's ready for you, dog." I didn't. Now it was just regular, but now I'm thinking back.
Now
like,
you
yeah.
got it, right?
Yeah, he was extra.
Yeah, he's extra with it.
I mean, you know what? I
Because
will
I
say
could-
it is smoking well.
Yeah, no, he can roll a hell of a joint.
No doubt.
And so people have taken him serious enough to send in their submissions to get rated by him.
Yeah, it's true.
Film themselves.
Not even me. Him.
They
Their
film
joints.
themselves smoking it, or they like send
No,
a joint to
they'll
them?
send
Send
pictures of their joints or videos of their joints or
Yeah.
something.
It'd be cool if they could send
Like,
the
hey,
joints
look at my joint, man.
So it's like a whole thing
fucking
now.
perfect.
It's like, Eitan, rate my joint, and then
It's like a segment. Eitan roll joint.
That sounded
slowly.
horrible right there. Hey, Eitan, rate my joint.
rate my joint, Eitan. Yeah,
It's
when you
Eitan.
when you put it like that, yeah.
He's gonna roll the joint. now.
When you put it like that, yeah.
And I just rolled it in 3 seconds flat.
The joint
What are you
rater.
doing with your life?
The joint rater.
Hi, I'm Eitan. Want a joint?
Hey, for the most part, you
Yep.
know, he's right there. I told him, like, you know, hey, listen, if you're gonna do this, you better fucking point out the obvious, because he's Captain Obvious.
Oh,
He will point out the obvious no matter what. But I'm like, tell him, you know, be 100. If it's a shit joint,
You gotta call it out.
call it out.
He does.
Yeah.
And sometimes he's too nice. Like the other day, he gave something to 5 something. I'm like, man, that's a 3.5. What the fuck?
He's building his fan base, man. You gotta give him.
You're right. I guess maybe I'm going
he's
too
kinda
hard.
like-
He's building his base. You're right.
Trying to
I
get him
just
away.
thought he went easy. I'm like, dude, you went easy on that one.
Damn.
Maybe I was just going too hard because everybody kind of went easy on that one. And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
Does he roll a better joint than you?
No.
That
No
was
one
so,
ever will.
I love that answer. It was so quick.
I knew that was
I
coming.
remember one time you did surgery.
Yes.
The joint was on fire, lit, and it wasn't burning right, and he unwrapped it and wrapped another piece of paper around it and then kept smoking it without it going out.
Didn't you in High Times
Pretty
magazine?
impressive.
You did an
Well, it was-
article on
yeah.
how to roll a blunt at one time. Didn't you do
I
that
did
tutorial?
Yeah, but that's different.
This
This
was
was
different.
still lit.
The bud was in.
I kept the whole joint intact. I just transferred it while it was burning to another paper and kept
and
it
continued
moving.
mashing. Very impressive.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
That's something you can learn here at Dr. Greenthumb University. I teach it all.
True story.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah. I don't know, it just happened organically.
I was there.
Eitan, you heard that, right?
You heard that,
We
Eitan.
didn't see that yet from Eitan.
You can't do that one.
We haven't seen that type of game
Yeah,
Yeah,
plan
he,
Right there.
he doesn't have
We
that
haven't seen him
technique, man.
perform that.
He can't
that
even
way
roll blunts.
in the playoffs yet. Yeah, we haven't seen it.
Yeah,
He's
Eitan
good
can't
in
roll blunts.
preseason.
Eitan can or
Preseason.
cannot?
Cannot.
Cannot roll a blunt.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
That's a
really?
damn shame.
I've never seen him roll a
Wow,
blunt.
I remember
Damn
this.
shame.
He can roll the shit out of a joint.
Damn, I had this magazine. That's so crazy. That was High Times.
Yep.
I could roll a straight ass blunt. That shit is easier than a joint to roll
I remember
for
taking-
me.
Yeah, you
remember
guys
taking those
fucked
pictures.
everyone up with the blunts, man.
I did, and
You
I'm sorry.
fucked everything up.
Yeah, I wish I would have did it with a joint, man.
Made Philly blunts hot.
Yeah, they gave us nothing.
Yeah. But
Fucking
that remember
bastards.
that shirt?
Yep.
Fuck, that's what a time.
It was iconic.
What a time.
Philly and Timberlands.
Yep.
Yeah, for
What?
sure.
Pro tobacco.
We
Yeah.
were not knowing. And then I dropped the
Who
blunts.
knows? Yeah, right? What year was that?
Made me want to
I
smoke.
can't
a blunt.
remember. I think it was 97, maybe. No,
I don't remember smoking blunts on tour.
I don't think
By
so.
the
Yeah, we
times?
dropped it before then. I think we dropped it in 95, maybe.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Right after
B-Real.
Black Sunday album or something.
Oh, you're gonna smoke a blunt
Nice.
now?
She's
Smoking a
the-
blunt.
You know what? Light it back now.
Fuck it.
I'm like, thanks,
you know
B-Real.
look. I understand why people smoke blunts. You know, hey,
to get high.
it's a little bit different
You don't say.
than smoking joints. It lasts longer. I get it, and some people like the little tobacco twist on it. But the one I can't get is the backwood.
Me, neither.
Like I cannot
yeah, it's
get
a rough
why
one.
motherfuckers smoke with that. Like Exhibit, our bro, my homie, he used to fuck with the backwoods. I think he still does. I always like, why you want to smoke that tree bark, bro?
It's like taking a
No,
piece of a tire, like a Michelin tire.
Every homie
rolling
that I
up some
know
weed in it.
every homie that I know that smokes the backwoods, I give shit to him. Like,
I mean,
oh man, why you
here
smoking
you
that
are
tree bark?
smoking
Dog?
some of the best California bud that, I'll use the term money could buy, and you're going to roll it up in that dog turd and smoke it? You know what I mean?
It's-
Come
yeah,
on.
Yeah, you
What-
hear that, Cairo?
It's disrespectful to
Oh,
the weed.
my
I don't even get
God.
high with it. I just get a tobacco
it's-
like
it's-
nasty buzz.
It's a matter of opinion.
But yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's
But
an
we all
acquired
went
taste.
through it. I had my blunt phase.
Some people like regular coffee. Some people like
people-
You guys are
espresso.
blunt shaming. You guys are doing.
I'm not blunt shaming nobody.
Stick up for it, man. Stick
Yeah,
up for
just
it.
letting
E.
you guys know.
Come
I'm
on,
just
speak
saying,
out
up.
there getting hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm with
No,
you, man. Go
look.
ahead.
So
I've
like,
been
Blunts
there.
are cool.
so like everybody got like stoners. They got their pre-roll stockpile, right?
Yeah.
And either one has all fucking joint pre-rolls,
Get that shit.
one's got fucking all blunt
That's right.
pre-rolls. There's only a few that have their fucking little canister with the fucking shit mixed with blunts and joints.
Very few.
You're either on one side or the other.
Either or.
Yes.
Right.
For me, I've been on the joint side for a long time.
Long time.
I
me too.
fucked with the blunts,
Yeah.
for a number of years, but then I realized that shit was kind of fucking with my lungs a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And, as the weed got better, it just put it was like a block of getting in the way of the flavor of
For sure.
the Cali weed that was starting to unfold.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I cut that shit right out of my diet. Right out of my weed diet. No blunts. You know what I'm saying? Too heavy.
Yeah.
My thing was Swisher Sweets. That was the one smoking Swishers.
Optimos.
I smoked those two.
The Swishers?
I hit the White Owls and the Swishers and what was the other one?
Optimos.
Optimos.
Yeah.
I hit all those motherfuckers, man.
Me too.
They
Actually,
were
we're
all
Dutch
Optimos,
masters.
man. Peach Optimos.
The one that I consistently fucked with though at the time was Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was, for me, and I think anyone could tell you this, it was probably the shittiest one, but it was
Yeah.
the easiest one to roll with.
Yeah.
You could roll a perfect fucking blunt with those.
For sure.
Because there was so much texture, it was so much fucking
So thick.
It was like a piece of cardboard.
It's like a piece of cardboard leaf.
Yeah, in New York was the Dutch Masters, and that one had like the inner piece, which was kind of like the Philly, and then the outer leaf. So everybody used to roll the inner one and then wrap the leaf around it. It was like a double. Like I used to just do the inner one.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just like, that's good enough.
Busta used to fuck with those Fanta leaves or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fanta. That's heavy.
Those shits are a whole different experience.
Wake up the next morning like you got an elephant on your chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I did not fuck with. I mean, especially you're on tour and you're coughing up that shit from the fucking blunt wrap. Not,
lung butter.
yeah. Nah, man, fuck that. That's why I went back
Lung
to
butter.
papers. I went back to papers like a good connoisseur should.
And that was that.
And that was that.
Hell yeah.
So, like, I'm sorry. I'm not, but I am. Because that was the thing. We were fucking smoking those blunts like crazy back then.
You taught them how to roll a blunt in
I
a
did.
magazine, man.
I did.
Somebody that changed their life. They're still smoking a blunt right now.
Yeah, that's
I don't
my-
want you to let them down.
That's my bad, man. I'm sorry. I should have
They're
taught
like,
you how to
fuck.
roll. I should have taught you how to
You
roll.
taught me.
I should have taught you how to roll a proper joint.
Can't let,
Be real. No.
can't let me down.
I've been smoking blunts since every day.
You know what's crazy is
Be
that
real. No.
you know what's crazy is that was an East Coast thing. High Times was based on the East Coast.
Hell yeah.
High Times was based on the East Coast, and we were like a West Coast group, introducing High Times to an East Coast phenomenon. Think about that.
Wow.
Like they could have fucking used the East Coast group
Well, you guys,
to do that.
when you guys first came out, when I remember, because I didn't know you guys yet.
Yeah.
The video was in New York. Killer Man had a lot. It was like there was a Cypress Avenue in the Bronx. It was kind of speculation
Where we were
Well,
from, yeah.
if I remember as a kid when I first heard Cypress Hill,
Yep.
of course it became uniquely Los Angeles from there. But when we first heard it,
Yeah.
it was like your imagery. And I know Muggs told me there was a lot of him bringing a lot of that flavor back
Yeah.
from New York, like the Timberlands,
Absolutely.
and the army jackets.
I was just gonna
Absolutely.
say,
B with the fisherman hat.
Yep.
yep,
Like it could have been New York.
for sure.
Yeah. It was very like it was like vague. You didn't know where we were from, you know? It was just we tried to be mysterious about it.
That sound. The
Yeah.
sound like blurred the line. And then once you got into it, you realized they're talking some gang shit and you're like,
That's right.
you figured out it was a LA thing.
Yeah, and it was a combination of East
Latin
Coast
lingo.
and West Coast lingo at the time that nobody else was really fucking with.
Muggs.
Thank
was
you,
sick
man.
for that, just
Right.
bringing in that East Coast
Oh, my
element.
God.
Man, he was
Yeah, that
genius
was
for
key.
that. He was genius for
That was
It was
key
like,
because
yeah.
nobody else was doing that.
Because it was real raw, and that was kind of like New York at the time too. It was like always a raw sound, and then Muggs, like you're saying, bringing that raw back to the West Coast. I
And
mean,
think
that's-
about
And how he layered shit too.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
his layer game
His
was
layer
crazy.
game is so out there still to this
Wow.
day. It's like the way that he would layer, even if it was something that sounded like noise, it was layered
It was like
perfectly
he was
to become
putting
music.
It was like he was putting three puzzles together in one.
yeah,
100%.
layers.
Yes,
Layers,
layers.
like
Key.
motherfucker.
But you know, like he was inspired by the Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
You know, like when
And
you think
they were
about
the
their stuff, like
layer kings.
some of their sessions are like J Rock has a couple sessions that have
Word.
been transferred to digital. Man, what they were doing with the drum programming
Yeah.
will blow your mind, man. 7 snares, like all layered.
All layered.
Each one had its own track. This is the tape days. They
Damn.
probably were going 64.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like what they were doing was insane. So Muggs and what Marley was doing,
Yep.
and Said G and a couple others. I know Muggs told me that was inspiring him
Yeah.
to really like make kind of like an orchestra. So all right, I'm gonna do the drums. Let me grab this horn noise. Let me grab this bass line, and I'm a one-man band. Fuck it, I'll do it all with this SP. You know what I mean? And that,
Yeah.
I think that those early beats, like if you think about coming in the game with pigs.
Yeah.
Meow, meow, meow. That's how they hit the game. Like it's hard to imagine it now, but at that time,
Yeah.
hearing something like that
Yeah.
was unheard of.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it was
like,
a whole different.
that was the
fucking
first
sound.
shit, right?
Yeah, it blew people's minds because it was so different than any fucking shit out there.
yeah.
And the first couple shows we did in New York City, one was at SOB's, and the plan was we're gonna do this song, and that was gonna be the first song we were gonna do, and you know all the homies were gonna come out in pigs masks. So we had everybody in pigs masks surrounding me while I'm doing the verse, and they're pushing me around while I'm, you know, talking shit on the pigs. Hey, man, we didn't know how these motherfuckers on the East Coast were gonna feel about it. They ate that shit up. It was the illest shit they ever seen.
Sick.
It was, you know, it was pretty crazy. We never replicated that again because it was a spontaneous thing. We were like, let's have, you know, one of the record company guys go get like some pigs masks, and during this song we're gonna do this, and it worked. But we never used it again. That was the only fucking time we used it.
No footage of it.
I mean,
maybe.
I don't know.
It's probably blurry as fuck.
funny when
somewhere
you-
in
It would
YouTube.
be really old and grainy, like you know that old school Black Flag punk rock footage. It would be like
Shit.
that.
It's funny now.
Those are the best.
That
Hey.
would never happen now.
No,
like
it-
everything is filmed.
On everything
We're
is
talking
filmed.
the era where
Yeah.
Hey.
literally had
There would
to
have been
fucking
security footage of it at least. you know?
Anybody,
A phone.
anybody that was there was flipping out on us because we were just a little bit different than what they were seeing. Because this was during the new music seminar.
Like you guys all had the same kind of mask, like the Slipknot dude.
I didn't have the mask on. I had a hood on with the weed reef around my neck, and all the homies put the masks on, and they started like just walking in circles around me, sort of like pushing me around like the bully. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the middle doing the verse, like getting pushed around, and it was ill. It was a pretty fucking insane visual, and that was Muggs. That was his
I
idea.
told him, dude.
I was there.
Incredible. Yeah, that. It's different time.
Different times,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. But it's think how far the rap shit's come. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, the live shows really. Just remembering how big it was back then as a kid with you guys and seeing now going out with Schoolboy Q or somebody going to his show and seeing these fucking sizes of crowds. It's like how
Nuts.
it's grown, how this
Crazy.
rap shit has grown is like you got to be proud just even being involved in it or just to have all of us here like been involved in it 20 plus years just seeing. It's incredible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got a beer preference?
I drink IPAs.
IPAs?
Yeah.
That's what you. All right, I figured.
That's
All
what I
right.
fuck with. You too, huh?
No, I mean, I like a little bit of everything, like the smoothies if I want, just one. But I usually I like to have like percentage. But the double hazy IPAs are great.
I brought some beers for you guys. Fuck, left
Yeah?
them in the car. I'll go get them. Yeah, we made some Alfredo beers.
Oh,
with,
nice.
With
Oh,
Freddie.
word.
Fuck around
Yeah.
with stouts or anything like that too.
Yeah, mess around a little bit.
I'll give you something to take home too, man. Cause
You're the man.
yeah.
Yeah, we got biz.
Hey, we got beers too.
We got beers.
Yeah, you got beers.
Fucking A.
Have a beer.
All right, submissions. We got them?
Oh yeah, definitely.
On fire? On fire, right?
Good
Hey.
answer.
You
Good
see how
answer.
fast he was, dude? Like he's like, I'm fucking show Trace.
They're smashing that like button.
Fucking asshole,
Smash
Trace.
the like
Fuck
button.
Trace. Don't ever have him back.
From one white guy to the other.
High five.
We got this sent in from the Insane Asylum right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, tour
That was on a bus, yeah.
Hey,
Definitely.
B-Real looks like he just tapped your shoulder pretending it's not him.
Wake up. No, hey.
I
yeah.
look like the bong just took every bit of me. Like, yep,
It probably
I'm
did.
out.
It probably did.
Yep.
There goes the Stefan way back there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mugs with not as many tattoos.
None of us. I mean, I had some.
You're not in that picture. No.
Yeah, I'm in that
From the
picture.
vault.
You can't see me,
Oh wait, no, my bad.
Papa?
I'm sorry. No, never mind. Yeah.
I'm right there, dog. How high are you?
Bro,
he,
That was pretty good.
Who's
he
that?
mentally
Yeah.
edited me out. Damn, was I that bad of a father?
Even commented on you on the picture right away.
I know. I was like, never mind. I said the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Who's the dude in the back?
That's a Stefan, man. That's who I said.
No. Sorry, dude. Sometimes I check out, man.
Okay.
It's that blunt. It's that blunt, I think.
It's that
Yeah, the
blizzy,
blunt's
dog.
got you
blunt, bro.
tripping, man.
Yeah.
Messing your vision up.
Fucking hit, dude.
Thanks, Clark.
And Ant sent this in, the Cultivators Cup, Cypress Hill, September 4th.
I made that flyer.
Word. Somerset, yep.
It's my work.
That's popping off, G.
Shows it back. Just like that.
I know.
East Coast dates getting added.
Have you gone to
Well,
places?
that's the wrong flyer, though, but
I
yeah.
ain't really
No,
gone.
not like going out places, but like going into the grocery store and like you don't have to wear your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like-
ready to go back on tour, man. I can't front. I can't wait. I feel like the job got sidelined. I'm like,
Yeah.
as soon as it opens up, I'm ready.
Open
Like,
mics
I know,
fucking
yeah.
opened up like a motherfucker. I was like, hell yeah, with people in there.
Nah, it's
just-
cool.
Yeah, yeah. Touring is an important part of what we do. Like, I mean, last year was good because I worked a lot, got a lot of work in the studio, but
Yeah.
if you can't test it out on a live audience.
Hey, I got to tell you, one of the toughest shows ever, and we'll do this real quick because we got to get through the other ones. Prophets of Rage came in and to do that show with M with y'all in, where was it, France somewhere? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, look. We were tearing it up all through Europe. Killing every show, bro. We do that show. And Eminem's fans are Eminem's fans. They were like, hurry up and get the fuck off the stage. We want to see this guy. It was the coldest shit ever. They got up for some hip-hop shit. They did like this for hip-hop shit. But more than anything, they were like, all right, yeah, okay. M, we're waiting on M. Because he hadn't been there in years.
Yeah.
So this was like his first time coming back in a long time. So they were like they were there for him. They had sold out. You guys had sold out the shit before we even were announced because we came on late. So they were there 100% for Dude.
Yeah, he has those diehard fans.
Diehard
It's tough for
fans.
anybody to go on.
Tough for
before
anybody. Hey, we
For
were.
sure.
They're there for him.
Hey, it was a humble pie. A piece of humble pie that night.
Served
bro.
cold.
It was served cold as fuck with no ice cream. All right, next one.
We got video of B-Real every Friday making us margaritas.
All right.
Wow.
Yup. See, I told you, dog. I was a bartender in another life.
Look at that.
Know what I'm
No,
saying?
this was last Friday.
What do you mean? It's last Friday.
I had hair last Friday? Cool, dog. Fuck.
A ton of it.
A lot of it, apparently.
And this is sent in from Dr. Frost, a little one-handed roll.
Oh,
and
no
he's
way.
not even left-handed.
All right, let's see.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right, let's see the one-handed roll. Oh, he's not even, Noah's. Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
Goddamn, looks like it on the Addams Family.
Damn.
And he says he always uses a funky
I
fiddle
wonder
tip.
how long.
And he's gonna put a funky in it. Oh, look at this guy.
Okay.
I know that took him a long time.
Who is this? Not Eitan?
This is Dr. Frost.
Damn, he used it on the other side too.
Oh, on that one.
Oh,
That edit right there.
I got this.
Yeah, he's shaping it.
Hey now,
Fuck, he did it.
Damn.
that's
Look
dope.
at that.
He did it.
Good for it. Good shit.
He did it all with one hand. Nice.
I showed him.
That's badass.
Yeah, no doubt.
We got some food sent in. Big Tone. I think this is some stoner food
Here
Big
we
Tone
go,
sent in.
dude.
He said Big Tone a little spaghetti
Oh,
grilled
okay,
cheese
whoa.
on sourdough.
He got a spaghetti grilled
What
cheese.
the hell is that?
Carbs on carbs, huh?
Okay.
Carb on carb
I
on
mean,
carb
you
on
know, you
carbs.
want to be creative.
I think
That's
Big
cool.
Tone sent in
Don't
some
knock it.
stoner food here. A little
look at-
potato, egg, and cheesecakes.
Does stoner food have
Yes.
to look horrible? Is that like the requirement? Like it has to just look like a mess. It's stoner food.
And he said zucchini stuffed with cheese.
Zucchini
okay.
what?
Zucchini stuffed with cheese.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Right there.
Probably good. Looks crazy as well.
And Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller,
Miller.
A little too
420s,
cooked for me right
cooking a
there.
little bit.
That's a little too well done for me.
What is it? Beef?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Brisque.
Wait till you see what the hawk
Pretty
sent
scared.
in. And Wasky Wabbit,
It's good. Good.
little
look.
pork meatballs, carrot, zucchini,
Pedro's like,
or
hell
jasmine
yeah.
rice.
That's a nice presentation. right
Looks
there.
nice.
Yeah.
Very Pedro meal.
Yep.
Pork meatball done.
And this is from Tom C. Crypt. Here's a
drew that.
marker nug fairy I drew a few years ago. Thanks for entertaining me while I'm at work.
That's pretty nice.
Dope.
Wait, that's just a pork meatballs. Here's it. Try to give a
And
scoop.
little Snoop just woke up getting ready for work. A little wake and bake action.
Someone said I owed a quad flip, and that's true. I owe a quad flip. That is not
Magic
wrong.
Carpet hasn't cleaned the bong.
I'm just waiting. All right, next one.
We got a meme sent in from Ant. First I knit that shit, then I hit that shit with the grandmas.
Okay.
All right.
Grams on the gram.
And Monster Dan teaching Cairo how to clean the Stundin.
Oh shit.
Wow. You
Wow.
see that?
Look at that. Damn. Look at that.
Dude, look at that. That's a pro-official team right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
Yep.
full deep.
Professional and official. Pro-official. Learn these words.
And
the
Monster
92.
Monster Dan's also experimenting in the rolling lab.
Damn, what is that?
Residue going on there.
Okay.
Heroin.
Okay.
Okay, I see what
Special
you're doing.
effects.
Oh wow.
He's on the Twizzy.
Dark
Black
Knight.
tar.
That looks.
Nah, that looks
a good
like Rick
roll,
Simpson,
too.
all right.
He's trying to get there immediately.
Right.
That's what
bullet
that
train.
tells me.
And Smokestack is saying shout out to E-Zone.
Hell yeah. For those candles.
The high and hungry tips. With the high and hungry tip as well.
Okay.
And Spooky Tooth 1974. He says he's growing a little weed right here, little Romulan genetics grown by Spooky Tooth.
I showed him.
Yeah, that's a nice, nice little crop right there.
Tennis,
Monster bitches right there.
tennis ball cans right there.
My nutrients.
And next we got the Hawk. A little
Oh.
over the top
Wow,
smoked
dude.
chili.
This is where he's going, right? His
There
ingredients.
you go.
The
This guy-
prep. Ingredients prep.
What a jerk, dude.
Done.
Look at them veggies.
Just like that.
Done. Just like that.
Oh, but now we gotta put
This
the
Now-
guy does this shit every day.
bacon
dude.
wrapped.
Yep. He ain't fucksing around with you.
He cooks something like this
Whoa.
every
He's gonna-
He
day.
is not
gonna chop
fucksing
it?
around.
Oh.
Yup. He's gonna chop it, see, and put it in the chili. Bake the chili.
Right there.
He bakes it with these. Yep.
Yes, please.
Food porn.
Food, yeah.
He did that.
He did
I'll
that.
give it a shot.
He did that.
Yep.
And
Damn.
last, we got a meme from Victoria Pastouche. An attempt was made.
She says, wait a minute. Instead of this web. Yep.
And that's it for the submissions.
Thank you for the submissions, y'all. You can send in your submission to BeRealTVcontest@gmail.com, and we will run it right here.
And if you don't see it, I'll just call the number that I give out. Should be Cairo will be picking up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's responsible. All right, so right about now, we're going to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That is our live chat where we take, comments, questions, suggestions, shout-outs, all that. And you can expedite yours via Super Chat. So come on in. You're invited to join us.
Come on in.
All right, so we're going to open it up right here and do what we do.
Let's do this. First, we got Ophelia Balls saying, "Fellas, it's been a while, but yesterday was my 22nd birthday. Much love and respect to y'all."
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to you.
Next, we
But
got
I ain't going to fill your balls.
For real.
All right.
Next, we got Darian Taylor. "One love, no booth. Salute to Alchemist, living legend. Which rapper surprised you the most with their bars when you first heard them?"
Nas.
Yeah. He had some great bar work.
Blew my mind.
Storyteller.
Blew my mind.
It's bars like with style and storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like Coogee Rap was for his time. Because,
Yeah, I could have said him as well.
Yeah.
That would have been my other
either one of
what to
those
say.
two guys. Yeah.
Coogee Rap.
Yeah, he don't get
Word.
enough credit. He's one of the
OG.
baddest motherfuckers
Still,
ever. Yeah.
still, right now, will rap circles around
Yes.
a lot of his contemporaries back then.
Absolutely. And
is crazy.
motherfuckers right now.
Hell yeah.
He's still in his A game. It's insane.
Yeah, his game
Shout
is
out-
still
It really
sharp.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we got Sarah Durnfield. "Much love to the whole crew. What's up, Al? Hold You Down is my jam for life. I love you on Ancient Aliens. This thing of ours is fire. Thank you for all the dope music."
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's dope. They're tuned in.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
tuned
they
in.
are.
They know their stuff.
Next, we got Ill Wills. "You and Currency killed Covert Cope. Gibbs' verse on Scottie Pippins in the 007 gave me chills. Triple flip for Al."
Triple flip. That was I always loved that song as well. That was a fun time. Shout to Currency, Freddie Gibbs, high level rappers figured out their lane, do it to the highest level. Yeah, that was a fun time. Good looking.
Word up.
Next, we got Jeff Rowe. "Will we ever see the Hooligans LP or your first production Buck 50 LP that never came out?"
Wonder who has the Hooligans. I don't know.
Yeah. That would be, I mean.
I talked to Scott about it before. Like, yeah, we should just act like it was always planning to come out. They just keep pushing our album back at the end of it, every fourth quarter. Like they just keep pushing us back. And just fly out to New York and run up in Tommy Boy like, "We want our album." And just get our album.
Hell
Just
yeah.
get our album. It was a dope album.
It was a dope album.
B executive produced it.
Yeah.
It was there was a couple songs.
Baker Boys, Lethal, T-Ray.
Yep.
I think those were the three producers we used. Maybe one more.
I can't
Maybe
remember.
Jay, right?
I think that was it.
Or maybe that was it.
I think that was it. But
And they were giving these guys heat, and these guys, the songs were dope.
we had a whole album. It's somewhere. I probably have it somewhere.
Tommy Boy just
Yeah.
got scared, I think.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Someone posted on eBay. It was the demo. It was like your demo tape of
I
it.
saw that. It's like
Isn't that crazy?
$5,000.
$5,000?
They're full of shit. That's fake. But yeah, it exists somewhere. But we had some good songs.
Yeah.
Crack your head. I'm cracking the cranium.
Yeah.
We had a B laced us up with a lot of good hooks. You know, we had some good songs, man.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Next one.
We got Vicious Germ. "Does being stoned help make better beats?"
You know, it depends on the person. I think inspiration makes good beats. So if when you're smoking, it makes you feel the music more or zone in, do your
Right.
thing. Some people, it sidetracks them.
Yeah.
So I remember B always saying that, like, hey, man, if it works for you, because I'm not out here to tell everyone to smoke. You should, it works for me. If it doesn't work for you, some people it does the opposite.
Right.
You got to figure out what works for you. But I don't use it as fuel. Like you still got to be able to get busy whether you're smoke or not. But
True.
It does make it more fun.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like more work when you're not smoking. When you
Little
smoke, it's
bit.
like it's like, oh, it's on. You have an agenda. For me, I never used to smoke, stare at the wall, veg out, and play a video
Like
game.
if you smoke, it goes with it. You know what I
To
mean?
me,
Yeah.
yes.
If by this time it's like innate, right? It's just a natural thing. It happens organically. You don't go in there planning to. And I think, like you said, I always looked at it like I don't use it as a crutch, because if one day I were to stop smoking, will I not be creative again?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it me or is it the
yes.
way? Like,
So for me, I always looked at it like this is just something I do. It's not something I use to get to this in terms of creativity. You know what I mean? Because even some of the Get High songs that I wrote, like the early ones, I was on a bus when I wrote Stoned is the Way of the Walk.
right.
So I was not getting high. I was not high when I got on that bus.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's all about, like, I never used it as that type of crutch. And you shouldn't. You could, but that shouldn't be the crutch. Your creativity should be there all the time with or without that shit. It should just, enhance it in a different way. Like you feel comfortable. You feel relaxed. Like open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think there's some beats I made when I think back now, like, I was high as hell. That's how I opened up that portal for that beat. Because it's like also, I'm not musically exactly trained. And I feel like not knowing what I don't know helps me. Because rap sometimes has to, everything perfectly in key and melodic is not rap.
It's not right.
Or
Yeah.
it becomes a little too perfect.
Too neat, yeah.
Imperfection is dope. Like the limitations they had back in the day of like not being able to put anything in key and on time together. So if you wanted to put it on time, it might be in whatever key it's in. It is what it is. And then those made those Bomb Squad and Muggs beats, that chaos. Yeah. Like I remember hearing an interview from Mtume, James Mtume, who said Miles Davis heard Public Enemy and was tripping. As he thought they were playing. He didn't know they were sampling. He just blew his mind how all these instruments were just clashing, but beautifully. Wow. Like it was
organized chaos.
Totally. And I feel like me not knowing shit, so that's what comes back to the high thing. Like when you smoke, you're in a different state of mind. Where sometimes I'm like, I'm glad I was high because it's a 50-50 thing. Because sometimes I'll wake up the next day and play some shit and be like, oh yeah, I was too high. That one I got too high on that one.
What the fuck?
You might take some down a bit.
Because I think when you're stoned, you lock in, and it allows you to focus on what the fuck you're doing. So if it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. If it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be
Real
bad.
bad,
But the thing is, it allowed you to lock in on what you were doing. But not everybody functions like that. Some people, like, they can't focus on one thing. They got to be doing a dozen things.
Cairo.
Next one.
We got Gilbert M in here. He's asking, Alchemist, is there really a hidden album with you and Earl Sweatshirt on YouTube?
I'm not allowed to answer that.
Someone
I'm not allowed to
3
answer that.
days ago told me to give you this message in this here Insane Asylum. They told me it's in your best interest if you do an album with Krayzie Bone tomorrow.
I told him.
Tomorrow.
That there's like a day stipulation.
It was a
like,
demand.
It was a demand.
Wow.
They said to me, "Hey, be real."
you tell him.
I'm telling you verbatim. As
Tell
they
that
said.
fool.
Hey, why don't you tell Alchemist and Krayzie Bone to do a project together, man? That would be tight.
It was me.
And I said, okay, hold up. I'm going to call them, right?
E-zone.
So I figured while you were here,
It's not a bad idea.
you know what I'm saying?
Krayzie
Hey,
Bone is
look,
incredible.
so that you could look. You asked me, I told him he's right here.
He'd have to A&R it, then, right? We'd have
He has
go
to
through his
A&R
own-
because he told him.
This is his brainchild.
Yeah. was his
All right, you
idea.
got a gig, son. We
you
go.
go.
I'll meet you in the studio after.
Gotta make
this.
it happen.
Hey, am I lying about this C minus?
Nah, he's been in the chat like for a while saying, hey, you should hit up Alchemist about him doing a collab record with Krayzie Bone.
That was your vision?
I mean,
No, not it was him, someone from the chat.
I like it. I like it though, because
I thought that
He's always taking credit for everybody's.
Yeah, he just takes
in the
credit.
chat room,
Okay.
it's the best.
Yeah.
yeah. All that art, I did it.
So he's always taking credit for something he didn't do. So just keep that in mind.
Keep it in mind.
Yeah,
Keep it in mind. Okay, all right.
When he says I told him,
Or I did that.
No, I did it.
painted
No,
or
I
I did it.
Yeah,
I told him it's
my
different.
song.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Full of shit.
I just unwrapped a gift for you.
Yeah,
didn't
there
I?
you go.
There you go. All right, next one.
Next, we got El Tite. Birthday shout out for my girlfriend, Brittany.
Oh, happy birthday, Brittany.
Birthday.
Free Brittany.
Birthday.
Hey, Brittany.
Free Britney.
Word
Happy
up,
birthday.
may you be blessed with the top shelf of all top shelves. You know, don't be smoking no booth. Don't be hanging out with no booth people. You know what I'm saying?
Really.
Only the good ones. And thank you for being here with us.
Next, we got Medicine 111, Alchemist, any Duke of Cycle Realm stories.
Oh, so many. It was only a few tours, but the ones that he was on, you could count as like about 10
They
in
were
terms of
impactful.
encounters.
They were impactful encounters.
Duke did it all in the tours that he did. I could say that much.
Yeah.
We were all amazed at how quick he adapted
Oh, yeah.
to the tour life.
He was going at 100 miles an hour.
Man. Yeah, we had good times. There was only a couple tours, but yeah, I definitely have good memories of Duke doing his thing on the road. Yeah. Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 420 Stout. Yo, E-Zone, I purchased a 3-pack of High and Hungry Funky Field Tips from your site. Shout out to you guys from the 5150s.
Thank you, man. Those are almost
Wow.
out. I think I'm down to like the last 50.
Premiums are clear.
The clear ones, the premium sold out instantly.
Right.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a new collab dropping hopefully by the end of summer, or if not sooner. There's another High and Hungry character to all the collectors out there.
And we got a funky drop tomorrow at 420, by the way.
Smoke
right.
the scanner tip.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Scanners. Shout out to my man Damon Heller out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy. What's up, Dame?
Yep.
Oh,
Make sure
yeah.
you check out Smoke and Scan. If you don't, I know you do. A lot of you do. So
We'll be
I don't
opening
even have to
cards.
tell you. But just in case you don't, there it is. Check them out. Next one.
Next, we got New York City Evolved 88. Peace Be Real and Alchemist.
Thank you.
Question: what is the name of that Mobb Deep song where the lyrics of the chorus by Havoc are something like, "Know my style, fuck is wrong with you, doggy, been looking for it."
I love how you quote that. Say that one more time.
Know my style, fuck is wrong with you, doggy.
It's called Carved in Stone.
A couple of the words in there I
I
can't
believe
say.
it's called Carved in Stone. Don't quote me, but I think it's called Carved in Stone. It's like a mixtape joint we did. It never came out officially, but you could probably find it on YouTube, possibly, if
Boom.
that's what it was. We'll see. Check it out. Let me know.
And we got Fly Beats in here. Shout out to Alchemist, one of my favorite producers, and B-Real TV, the dopest podcast. Keep doing what you guys are doing.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And we will.
And we got Christopher Gaines. Yo, B-Real, do you think there will be a Greenthumb in Michigan?
Absolutely.
Tomorrow.
Yep. At 420,
That's
we're
right.
opening up tomorrow. No,
Open it
but
up.
yes, we
Thinking
will
it
be
shall
out
happen.
there soon enough. We are working on that.
And Christopher is also saying, Boom Biddy Bye Bye is my favorite Cypress Hill song.
Well, all right.
He copied me.
Great song.
I told him.
Great record.
Great record.
Yeah, it was the video was interesting. This guy we'll talk about it another day, but yeah,
Hold that one. Hold that one.
it was a tough video to do.
Next, we got Third Eye Identity. Tell Eitan to come to New Mexico and judge these joints, Vado. As always, crew, bless up, no boof. Keep them vibes high, guys.
What those joints look like, let's see. We gotta see them, Papa.
From Vados.
Come on, Fervado.
And we got Heebie Jeebie, Cypress Hill album one track, one pigged. By far my favorite Cypress Hill track.
Yeah, one of my favorites too. And it's cool when we play it in a situation where there's a lot of law enforcement around. It's crazy to see the looks on their faces, like the look of disdain. Like, you motherfuckers. And then some of them grooving with us, laughing. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy balance there. Like that some like us and some just completely like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And he,
But, hey, look, that being said, I think the guys that are cool with us, they know we're not talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Because there are two different kinds of, police officer. There's a police officer, and then there's the pigs
I told him.
that appear to be police officers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, next.
and Heebie Jeebie is also saying we got legends at the table today.
Yes. Thank you very much for that.
Yes.
Respect.
Respect.
And Will J is saying his favorite blunt was the Vanilla Dutch Master.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Dutch
Flavored
master.
blunts. I never really got into those either because it
Because
just...
some of them were nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blunt wraps were nasty. You had to cut them in half.
Yeah.
Too much. Or,
Gut them.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's
try
not
to
like
put
just a wrap.
The wrap
strawberry,
Flavor blunt, nah.
cherry,
Now
Grape.
Cypher, now
grape.
Cypher.
Yeah.
and it never really tasted like
Mango.
that.
Mine was those strawberry swishers.
Grape Swisher.
You
no.
remember the Swisher minis?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
those shits were fucking.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. It's like you just gotta roll up a whole bunch of another little half Swishers.
I just did all my pre-rolls and put them back in the box. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just have, a little, the little pre-rolls of blunts, 5-6 blunts.
It would fit all of them in there though.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No. Fuck that.
No.
Fuck
B-Real
that.
inspired me.
No,
that
thank
shit,
you.
fuck that
No,
shit.
thank you.
Oh, don't blame me for
No,
that.
thank
He
you.
inspired me. I smoked my first blunt. Because B-Real told me.
Oh. You gonna put that on him?
Well, we
Damn,
used to blow the smoke in his baby stroller, when he was coming up as a kid. We said, "Here, take that, cause
If
you're
he was-
gonna need that in life."
If he was there, that's all he showed up for.
Had a little smoke box in his carriage.
Yup.
Damn.
You're destined. You're destined for. You're destined for elevated things, son. That was his anointment. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't have baby pictures.
Damn.
They don't exist.
He erased the history.
We erased the history.
Revisionist. These are not the droids you're looking for.
He came through like Terminator. Through a time portal.
Just landed.
He just landed.
Hatched.
All right, next one.
We got Bradley 909. Can B and Al speak on trying to make it, depression, anxiety, and wondering if it will ever happen to you? Did you guys ever deal with that?
B-Real's a robot, dude. He don't have emotions.
Hey, I told you not to tell people, man. I feel things.
I feel things at times.
I feel things, man. I'm not a machine. No, I mean, look. I think anybody who does at least hip hop, you have this confidence in yourself because you have to, and your love for what you do is what drives you. So you don't think about those things. But I think these days, these artists, they definitely think about that. It's because it's a different generation, and it's just, you go through things differently in this time than you did when we came up. We didn't have a lot of the shit that you have now as an artist that like can sort of propel you without even being on a fucking record label. So you can do for self what a lot of us couldn't do back then.
Yeah.
So I think that being said, there's a lot of pressure on motherfuckers these days because like you have to make a big impression these days. They're like immediately.
Right.
There's no such thing as paying your dues anymore like there used to be, and there was a level that you got up on. Motherfuckers are like pressured to like you got to hit that level right away now.
You got to crack right away.
And I think these cats that do it now, yeah, they're probably subject to that because You know, there's a lot more pressure. In our time, we had to build up to that. Whereas these motherfuckers, boom, we've arrived right here already.
Right.
Right? Like, how many times have you seen that? A group came out of nowhere and just fucking exploded.
30 million on Instagram followers and shit like that. Like, what the fuck?
And there was no build up on every one of these motherfuckers. Some of them just, you know, they had something and they blew straight the fuck up.
Oh yeah, they tapped in.
The platforms are there.
So when you think about that, you know, that it could be that there's a lot of pressure from motherfuckers and they put a lot on their back and then they get these anxieties and then the depression if it doesn't happen.
And they take medicals.
For us, we just kept it moving. At least, you know, for me. I never got depressed or had that sort of anxiety because, you know, we were always like, fuck the radio. We don't need that. So we weren't, you know, pressuring ourselves in terms of making a decision like that. Like, oh, we need to make something for the radio. We're like, fuck it. We're going to do what we do. And if there's something they can run, cool. If there's not, oh, well. Right?
I don't feel any pressure.
Yeah.
I'm just floating.
You just do what you do.
At least these days. I mean, there was a time in my career when I was probably doing the chase for a minute after Hold You Down, when I was like had some success with a song and it was like
you got to chase the
follow
success.
it. Yeah, and so when I see other friends of mine or artists who are at that phase, I get it. But I'm like, if you can make it through that storm and just get past that, man, you're straight. You know what I mean? Because then you can kind of do what you want to do and not do a bunch. And now it's unique because it really wasn't that option back then. Like, I was just thinking about it. Like, nowadays, the same guys who are putting out music and end up becoming something, they probably would have had to shop their demo in the earlier days before the internet or before there's, like, streaming. And if nobody would have got them a deal, they probably would have never done anything with that music. Right. There's probably a bunch of artists from the 90s and 80s who probably were decent. Not all of them, but there were probably some that the labels missed out on. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Those guys now, they just put their own music out and they'll develop their fan base. The labels got to come to them by the time they're hot. It's a whole different ball game now. Like, you could just rock and roll.
They let you build it first.
They have no choice, the labels, because it's really, they have to go off of analytics now. So you go, the gym is open 25/8. Like, it's open all the time. So the game is open. What are you doing with it if you're an artist coming up? So you know you got to get your numbers up in all the places where people look, because the scoreboard is just everywhere now.
For sure.
Everywhere is a fucking scoreboard.
Everywhere's analytics.
And if you ain't got it, you can't bullshit. Like, maybe back in the day you could have had a good talk and been like, these guys are going to be the future. And
they want to see numbers now.
If you don't got
and they
that,
can see them.
That's so you.
What's your SoundCloud like? What's your YouTube like?
On
what's your IG like? Your Facebook like? You know, and if you ain't got the numbers there, they ain't fucking with you.
You gotta do it on your own. They'll take a chance with one of those people before an artist who has potential in their eyes. But see, that's why A&Ring is not as like it was. It used to be a really artist development where now
there was a process.
Now they got to go find what's already moving. Because if they find an artist who's really dope, well, they got to develop it on the low until they get numbers with that artist to bring it to the company and say it's time.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's a whole different.
And that's crazy because there's no, you know, they wiped away artist development for a long time in the business. You know what I'm saying? And now they find themselves having to do that with some folks. But it's realistically, like you said in the first place, they're making sure that the artist develops themselves so that they don't have to come and do all that shit.
Yeah.
They do the heavy lifting.
Yep.
And the label comes in and now propels them because they see you got something to work with.
And there's a lot of dope shit that I'm seeing that grows, especially from LA. Yeah. Like with kids with no big machine. Like there's this group, Paris, Texas. I don't know if you've seen them. You look them up, whoever's watching this later. Super dope. 2 kids just coming up. And it's like their visuals, their music, and it just made me realize you can just make it work on your own. If you have something that's dope, like they just hit the ground hot. Like their first videos are just dope. Their music is dope.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it just comes in hot. Boom.
Oh,
and I think now is unique. I think I say that to say it's a better time now.
It is.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because, you know, if you're on your shit, you could make a great run without, you know, the big label coming
politics and
smashing your whole shit down and then, you know, being subject to all that and the politics that go with that, you can make a fucking great run and then sort of dictate the way you want to come in.
Yeah. Can control it all.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's the key. All right, next one.
Next, we got Esteban. Shout out to my girl Josie for her 24th birthday today. And lastly,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. yeah.
Happy birthday.
and he's
Happy
asking
birthday.
any recommendations to go out for drinks in LA County area.
Oh, yeah. It's open, huh?
He's on.
Honestly, try to get there early, because I mean, if you're gonna go out for drinks, you're not just gonna go out for one or two. So honestly, you want to enjoy them comfortably. So you try to go ahead and get to the venue early, unless you know somebody there. Then you know they're gonna go ahead and hook you up. If you're really trying to enjoy drinks and you want them, you know, if you're a beer person, there's a lot of breweries / microbreweries. If you prefer a smaller setting, they'll hook you up. If you're trying to party at home, there's places like Craft Beer Kings that'll cater all the craft stuff that you can go ahead and take to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, the newer the restaurant, the less people know about it, and pray to God that shit's not on TikTok, because then everybody and their moms is there. So,
Yep.
Word.
there's a lot of new restaurants out there that have tremendous bars.
Hey, how many more you got over there?
Quite a bit.
How many's quite a bit?
Good
Probably
answer.
over 10, 15,
All right,
20.
run through them. We got to smash it.
We have Victor Murphy. The Stunding Glass needs maintenance. Get to it, housekeeping.
Damn. Magic Curtain, housekeeping. Let's go.
And we got GDP Smoke. Salute to the Buddha Master, about to triple flip this Project 45.
Hell yeah.
He's saying it's
Nice.
116 degrees today in the Valley of Suns. Shout out to Trace, Alchemist, and the whole B-Real TV crew.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I told him.
And we got a question for Alchemist from a Wasky Wabbit. A little advice. I will get a beat going and then not complete it before I move on. What advice do you have for completing a track?
Save it, work on something else, come back to it a couple days later, a week later, reapproach it with different ears. You're good. You'll know what you got to do.
Reset. Next one.
We got Steve Bond. Rest in peace to Monster Cody. Hey, Be Real, you ever ran across Monster at any time back in the day?
I might have run across him at a couple of shows. He was always cool to me.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
And another person, Carlos PYN. PYN is asking, what up, Al? You are a legend. Any update on that mysterious YouTube page with the secret tracks?
Next question.
There we go. We got Cisco2269. B-Boy Nation taking over the globe. Thanks for the dope music, Alchemist.
Thank you for listening.
And thank you so much, Lone Wolf, for sending us a super chat.
Thank you.
And we got Christopher Gaines. Yo, Alchemist, I love the song Dimitri with Action. I went back and listened to the original song. Fire sample. One love.
That's what's up. DMT. I don't know if Dimitri. That was the whole song was a drug trip. DMT.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
And we got Mr. Phantasm. Big L doesn't get enough props as one of the greatest lyricists. In such a short career, too. Mad love to all the foos. Be Real, thank you for keeping it 100.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And a Lone Wolf is back in here. Would you work with Ransom? He's been on a crazy run since 2020.
Yeah, Ransom's dope. I've been tuned in. Shout out to Ransom. He's getting busy.
And we got Karina. Been in trades for 20 years. Put a hooligan sticker from Soul Assassins Tour on my first hard hat.
Oh, yeah.
Still have it just for that sticker. I love you all.
Thank you very much.
We love you.
Outstanding.
Those good times.
Yes.
We got Gorilla Strong. Thanks to the Alchemist for being on the podcast. Be Real, is that hat the same one from your Smoke and Mirrors album? Party
No.
123.
This is not that one. I don't know where that one's at. Now I gotta find it. Thank you very much. Son of a bitch.
Now I
All right.
must find it.
And we
Babe,
got
where's my hat?
Where's this fucking hat?
You know the one.
It was in here last week.
All right.
Wasky Wabbit in here. Alchemist, please tell me that you're going to mix today with the guys. You are a firm Vado, 5150, no booth.
Damn. If I knew, I would have brought my stuff. But you know what? I'm definitely coming back. And next time, I'm getting busy.
Yeah, we'll
With
bring
T-minus.
him back on
Yep.
Friday.
I'll
so
bring the computer next time, and we'll do a set.
yeah,
Word.
for sure.
100%. I'm definitely coming back, so I'll bring my laptop next time.
You'll bring Krayzie Bone back.
Bring the good. I'll bring Krayzie Bone.
That
Bring all the
album,
good.
Krayzie Bone.
I might bring Krayzie Bone. You never know.
You never know.
Tomorrow is the day, right? He's on.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta drop
the
it
day.
tomorrow,
Yeah,
dog.
tomorrow. Gotta drop it tomorrow. So tonight we'll
The
figure
whole
it out.
album.
Whole album.
It was a vision he's on had.
It's gonna come to life.
There you go.
You got that vision, bro.
I try, bro.
Viziano.
Next one.
And we got G Rock, Alchemist. Why is the MPC 2500 your favorite tool for beats?
It's just fun, easy to work with. You know, it's simple. You can do everything you have to do. And then, you know, once you get in the computer, you can do a whole bunch of other shit. But it's a good starting point. Just like ASR, SP. They're all good. Pick a weapon, go to war.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
And we got TJ Spader. Be real. Are you going to FaceTime in the podcast while on tour?
Yeah. I will make my way on to the podcast while I'm gone. So don't you worry.
Absolutely.
We'd be up here.
And we got Mr. Phantasm. Al, you're the man. Thank you for all the bangers you've dropped. You, Be Real, and a select few others were the soundtrack to my youth and growing up. Man, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Phantasm. You're the man. I appreciate it.
And we got Johnny Resendez. What's up, fam? Hey, Al. Thanks for all the dope work, G. Stay blessed, and you guys are fire.
Thank you.
Why, thank you.
And the number one question in the general chat is, Alchemist, how many unreleased MF Doom songs did you produce?
Not many. There's probably one thing here or there, but yeah. Shout out to MF Doom, the legend.
Yep.
One of the greats, for sure. It was just good to work with him at all, but yeah. Pretty much what you heard is what you heard.
And we got Thomas Valdez. What's the next mixtape project?
For me, Rapper's Best Friend, I think it's 6 or 7. I forget. It's the next installment. And then Boldy James' new album. So, and a bunch of other stuff that we'll wait till the time's right. But yeah, things are coming.
And that seems to be it.
Word up. All right, man. Thank you for the 5150s and the Super in General chat, or the Insane Asylum, for, you know, all your questions and comments. I think you got one more here before we do this giveaway.
Let me get to it here. Let me check. Seems to be it on my end.
Okay, maybe. All right, cool. Oh, I'm behind. I'm way behind. Sorry. All right, look. 5150s. Or the first person who gets this right. It could be the 5150s or the general chat. No? Just 5150s. Okay, this is super chat. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to participate via super chat. All right. It's for a mystery box. Is that what we're doing right here? Oh, a G-Pen package. Oh,
Yeah,
you
G-Pen.
motherfuckers are lucky.
Ooh.
You guys
Shout
are
out
lucky.
to
Y'all
G-Pen.
on Twitch are lucky, and so are y'all
You know, Carol's never gonna send it.
right here on YouTube.
Thank you for mine, by the way, B in the mail. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're very much welcome, Trace
Thank you,
Dog.
sir.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
So, look, my man right here, this is for the 5150s. The general chat may guess, but this is for the 5150s. That is the super chat. So if you want to try to win this G-Pen package, you got to be a subscriber and, you know, get down with the get down. All right, so back in the days, my man Alchemist here used to play hockey. If y'all didn't know this, he was nice. We're asking you, first person in the, you know, super chat, gets this right, wins the package. What number did he wear on his hockey jersey? What's the number? First one gets it right, wins the fucking prize pack. The G pack, as we call it down here.
Number 4,000.
How the hell would they know this?
I don't know. They're just guessing.
Maybe there's somebody.
we didn't
out here from back
even we
in the
didn't even
day.
give him a.
No,
we
There's
didn't,
no clues.
we didn't give him like a. Was
There's no-
it this, that, or the other?
Just fucking all the numbers there are, and 2 of them in a row.
This is very Nardward.
So basically 1 through 99.
People are trying to
Yes.
Google this right now, and it's not happening.
Nardward.
Someone was close.
We searched the internet first to make sure there's
You
not
ever
there.
been Nardward?
Yeah.
Nope, no Nardwar yet. Nope.
Someone was
I
close.
gotta
huh?
get it popping more.
Super close.
All right, so let me remind you what the question is. What number did Alchemist wear when he played hockey? What?
For that G Pen, shout out to G Pen Chris. That's my guy, man. I love him.
For that G pack.
G Pens.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
You
yeah.
can get the G Pen right
They're
now.
on game.
You can get the G Pen.
Get
Look
the
at just look at me.
Gs.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm thinking of the number right now. Look right now. There's one.
Let's see who grabs it. Who grabs that number?
I'm shooting it to
Coach is not
right
even
into the
paying
camera. That's the
attention.
camera, right?
You're
I'm
right.
I'm literally giving you the number.
Come on, snatch that out of the sky, people.
I'm still giving it to you.
There's been a couple close folks here.
Still-
Oh my
Still
God,
giving
we're
it to you.
so close.
I'm gonna keep telepathing the number to that camera right there.
By the way, we're going to get into the mix right after this on Twitch,
Look
B_Real
here.
TV.
Look right here.
He's giving it to you.
Wow.
Burning a hole through my eye.
Oh my God, are you serious?
What?
You can't figure it out?
I'm trying.
Some people are getting real close. They're like,
Some
close.
people.
Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it.
We got it. All right.
Way
Yep.
too long.
Yeah.
Somebody peeled
Wow.
it. All right. Everyone stop. Tell them what the number was,
Let me.
Colton.
The number was 32.
I knew it. And I was like,
And who was the winner?
He's on North.
I gotta do a little scrolling. Okay, we got Johnny Resendez.
Johnny Resendez.
Johnny.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Johnny
hey,
Resendez.
Johnny.
Hey.
had
Oh,
the same
be
number
Johnny.
that Juice did.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Magic Johnson.
And that's pretty cool. He's
And
one of our
OJ.
kind of one of our top 10 super chatters, I would say. Johnny Resendez.
Really?
Johnny
yeah.
Resendez, yeah.
Let's go, Johnny.
Salute to Johnny. Okay, y'all could stop now, Super Chat.
It's going wild.
Yeah, we got the winner. And it's Johnny Resendez. Johnny Resendez, make sure you email us your information at BeRealTV at contest. I mean, BeRealTV contest at gmail.com. We want to thank everybody for being with us here on this podcast. We want to thank Alchemist for coming through, man. That's been
Thank
everything,
you for having
man.
me, man. This is fun.
You got
I'm
any
coming
shout
back.
outs?
You know, shout out to the Soul Assassins, man. All the whole crew. And that's it, man. Stay tuned. I got a bunch of shit coming, and it's happening. It's on, man. This is dope. I'm coming back.
You
coming back.
You got to come back.
All right.
Word.
Just bring
We
my
already know.
laptop, play some music.
Yeah, play some
Hell
heat.
yeah.
Okay, it's on.
Vibe out.
That'd be dope.
You know it.
C minus.
Yo, thanks everyone for watching the podcast. I'll be returning back to the mix tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for we're gonna do a kitchen sink mix in the morning on Friday. So follow me over at C-Fan4 on Twitch, over at Discord C-Fan4, IG, Twitter, and go to DJC-.com where you can get shirts like this one and watching all the High and Hungries and all that stuff. And I'm about to go jump in the mix right now. So see you guys soon.
Word up. Ease out.
Make sure you guys tune in later today for the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. I don't know if Krayzie Will's going to be back, but I'm going to see if Tommy is going to be able to come back. But Xavier, myself, and Ray are back for another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. The keg still has beer, so it's going to be a wild one. Also, make sure that you guys sign up to win the Nintendo Switch. I put the link up in the chat room. It's at win.hindhungry.shop. All you got to do is enter your email, which means you can't just make it up because that's how you're going to get contacted if you're a winner. So make it a valid email. Aside from that, follow Ease on the Firm and check out the latest episode of High and Hungry, C-Minus and myself and the Hood Foodie at Meat Buck Grill in East LA. Some of the best breakfast burritos we've had.
Yep.
Trace.
Oh, man. Big shout out to my Instagram followers. You can find me at Trace Nunes, Nunes. Also, let everybody know that they can go to cypresshill.com. Big tour coming up in August, coast to coast like butter on toast. We will be out and about, so tickets still available for a lot of shows. Boston, Massachusetts got added today. Tomorrow, Funky Field Tip release at 4:20. And then tomorrow night, you can catch me in the Bay Area on Q102.1, Friday Night House Party from 9 till midnight. And that's about it.
Word. Colton.
Shout out to Morning Shot Films, Ray, for helping me out back here in the mothership.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Trace and Alchemist for coming through. It's nice seeing you guys.
Hurry.
And
Yes.
shout out to all the people in the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much for sending in submissions. If I don't get to your submissions, though, it's because we don't have a certain guest on, or it's Eitan. He's downstairs. He's not on the show, so he can't rate it. So just wait till next time. But thank you guys so much.
Word up. Thank you for everybody getting down with us today and every day.
Yep.
You know, we salute you and we send positive vibes to you. And, you know, stay with that love because love is the key. We want to thank you for getting down with the Insane brand. If you're here in California, make sure you check out those Dr. Greenthumb dispensaries. Most certainly the flagship in Los Angeles because they got the Insane OG Christmas lights, ice cream cake, Hindu funk, Mac 11, Rockstar Bonsai, Honeymoon, Ruby Red, and Maraschino. Those are all just some of the flavors. There's a whole lot more. Go encounter them. Go experience them. Slap your fucking palate with flavor, all right? And do yourself a favor. Visit Dr. Greenthumb's. That's going to do it for us. We're going to be up in the mix right after this. Join us on Twitch, B_Real TV. Stay with love. Love is the key, motherfuckers. Stay smoking the good. We'll see you right after this. One.